two. He's going to go for the knock, goes for the roll down, and he's spotted Serviel. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down. Moving forward, trying to get a better position, using the smoker's advantage. Drives straight in. Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Mortal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello and welcome everyone to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia semi-finals, and this is day number 2 where we will see teams from Group A and C go head to head. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and yesterday day number 1 was pretty amazing and we saw a different style of play coming from the teams compared to how they were playing during the group stages. Now today it is going to be A and C, as I said earlier. What do you expect from these teams?
I mean, A and C, the new C is going to be the group that's going to be the new one, and that's going to showcase the talent, showcase everything. But talking about the talent, you get that to the points, and the point distribution is right out there on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. First position, 20, and after that there's a gradual decrease. So, see, that's one good thing. Second and third, it's a 4-point difference, but first and second, look how many points you lose with that one placement point. I mean, remember yesterday's game, NHN and Rising Nepal, the first game, one person alive from both the teams, and NHN lost 6 points at that point.
Exactly,
only.
because
both had 11 kills.
That's what I was coming at. Both teams had 11 kills, but the massive difference came in because one team got the chicken dinner, other did not.
We'll see which team is in Group C. As Group A, you guys know, and Group B is the one that's not going to be playing today, but then Rising Nepal is out there in Group B, and they're not playing today. I mean, they are topping the charts, but as of now, they won't be out here. But see, Salty Squad, A1 Esports, these two big names will be out there. PN Gaming has done really amazing. T2K, Ultimate Bang. I mean, Ultimate Bang, they have done some really good things. Bang SS, those people.
Also, Pyro and 1971 Gladiators, those teams put up amazing numbers as well.
And one thing, Miramar is making an appearance today.
Oh, once again. So I guess TDP, they are gonna miss this one, especially on top. The man with the sniper. Also, Elementrix, players from their side, they have 2 good snipers on their team as well. But
Shagar.
Yeah, Shagar and Pupu Man, he also sometimes picks up the snipers, and he is actually pretty good at it as well. But today we will see, as I said, A1 Esports is going to be there, PN Gaming is going to come in, Salty Squad is going to come in, 1971 Gladiators are going to be there, Pyro are going to play. So it is going to make an interesting day for all of us. But before we start the day off, let's have a look and see how the overall standings look like right now.
Yep, the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen. Rising Nepal, 99 points. Let's just look at that.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. INES on the second with 77. Team Xtreme on the third out there. Nepali Ho Ni on the fourth. TDP on the fifth. Jyanmaara is on 6. Rivals X is on 7. And Deadeyes Guy is out there on 8. That difference, 99 to 28. That was quite a lot of difference in the points.
That is a massive difference, but as you and I talked about this earlier as well, in the bottom 16, there was a bigger difference as well. As we saw yesterday, it was 99 going all the way down to 9.
Talking about today's day, today is a really good day. You know what is it today?
Valentine's Day.
Today is Friday, and tomorrow is going to be weekend, so people are going to enjoy. Yeah, for you it might be Valentine's Day. For me it's today. Today is Friday. But then coming back to the standings, the Rising Nepal, as we were talking, 60 placement points. They have the highest, like the first and third, they have 29 placement points and they have 60. Like, they have double the placement points, and that's a lot of number chunk if you have it in you.
Yeah, 60 points for placement and plus the 39 for the kills, and there is a 22-point difference between the first and the second. So Rising Nepal, they have to be careful, because now Nepali Ho Ni, once again, they are going to be playing today, and today could actually be their day to take that number 1 spot. But once again, they are already at a deficit now, because after today they will have played 8 games. teams, but Rising Nepal will still have 4 more to go to play catch up and take that first spot back from themselves again.
Totally. We talked about the first 8 teams. We're gonna move to the next ones as we're gonna see which teams are lacking behind and which teams of these 8 are actually playing today, because they'll have a chance. I mean, KSX, if they make up an appearance, they're gonna have a chance to increase this number, the 9 number that they have. That actually takes them to 16 spot. Wolfsden is out there on 15, Vibes on 14, Tam Classy on 13, Team 7C is doing decent on 12th, Elementrix doing decent on 11th, Hype is doing decent on 10th, and KTM Rage is out there for you guys on 9th spot.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate for KSX. Look at this, as I said, 99 going all the way down to 9. So they have to pick up the pace now, because we were talking about this yesterday as well, and you and I were discussing as to how the psychology works in esports and the mentality that teams have and certain players do to have, wherein during the starting stages of the tournament you just slack off from your side and try and learn. You slack off in game, but outside of the game you just try and learn what the other teams are doing. You try and figure out what they are thinking, but that can backfire.
There's a little bit of a thing as well. Suppose you do bad in the first game, you'll console yourself by saying 3 games remaining. But with that consolation there comes a pressure as well. You can take it 2 ways. 3 games remaining and oh my god, just 3 games remaining. It's a seesaw that actually comes up out there, and that seesaw, sometimes wherever there's weight, it's gonna tilt to that direction. And if it's 3 games remaining, we'll take it out, it can be good. But oh my god, just 3 games remaining, can we take it out? That the way you express it, it's gonna make a lot of difference in the game sense. And also, if you are IGL and if you are thinking this, your players are going to be affected by that as well.
Exactly. That happens a lot. A tilt can be initiated into the players. But once again, these are the starting stages. So we still have to see what teams are trying to do. But the game of Erangel, game number 1 for day number 2 is live. And the trajectory is pretty much a straight line, starting from the southern side of the military base.
Every trajectory is a straight line. It
is a straight line. But this one is right down the middle, going up north from the south. As I was saying, from military base, the southern side, going all the way towards from Yasla Poliana to Stalber. And once again, Rozhok is going to be available. School, Pochinki, Milta, Novo, military base, mansion.
The right side. The right side is rightly available for you. But then you'll have to go to the left side. If there's a team going to Georgopol, guys, you're going to have to go on a road trip or maybe something like that. As the boys, we'll have to go for it. A little bit of supernatural reference coming out there. But then, see, I'm Dean Winchester, he's Sam Winchester or something. I'm Jake Peralta, he's Charles Ball, if you're a B99 fan or something like that. But then teams are dropping, ladies and gentlemen. 1971 has dropped INES on Novo Repno and Ultimate Bang and Wolves on the military area. 3 teams on the military area. Can this be good? Can this be bad? I mean, you are the judge. You guys need to decide what happens in the gunfight.
Yesterday, we just saw military being abandoned in both the games of Erangel, but this time, this area could be actually contested. On the other side, look at INES. They have a safe drop, and they do this every single time. Novo is theirs. No one is going to contest it. No one even goes there. It is just INES all alone, because the last time someone actually tried to contest it, it was Salty Squad during the group stages, and they lost 1 player before they even landed. So that was quite unfortunate for their side, and from there on out, we just saw INES just take control of every single drop location that they want to go in on Erangel.
And INES out there, you can see yesterday also they did really good. Batre, Machine, Evil Eye, as you like to say, Machine is literally a machine, and that's one thing that he would like to see. Meanwhile, A1 Esports and Salty, 2 amazing teams on an amazing drop spot. They always contest each other's drop, as both of them have this drop of Yasna, but then sometimes only one team, comes out alive. So that's one of the things. But we'll have to see, because A1 ES has a really good area. And if we can see map once, just to see where the map is, whether the zone is and where the zone's going to form, that's going to be really helpful if we could get to have a look at that. But then in less than 2 minutes, the zone is going to shift. And it's pretty centralized. So I wouldn't be surprised if the zone shrinks to Potato Hill or School Apartments area, if it goes to a central shrink.
That could be it. But right now, talking about where the teams are, I think teams on the military island, they will have some trouble while moving into the main island, just because the bridge camps could actually kick in.
And no one was in Georgopol.
And the last time we had a similar zone, it was on the first day of the group stages, wherein that big fight on the beach actually happened. And it was like, if I remember correctly, it was like 7 squads just going at it for what felt like an eternity.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens like you start really slow, or sometimes you start really fast,
Yeah.
and the fights go on. It all depends upon your pace as well. Because talking about, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are gonna talk about the mentality of the game this whole day. We are gonna talk
Yeah.
about the what comes psychologically when you're playing this kind of match. Because each and every match brings out new challenges. You're landing at a spot, but it's all about RNG. You
Yeah.
sometimes get a good gun, you sometimes don't get a gun in the same building. So all of it changes. It's all numbers. So when you crunch it out, it's all probability and all those stuff. I mean, when you're gonna talk about maths and all those things, but still, it matters in each and every game. Your same landing spot can be the best landing spot in one game, and it can be the worst in the other one, because you may be having an AKM and Car 98 if you're that user, or on the other map you're gonna have just pistol in that entire building. So
Yeah.
it all changes the pace of the game, how you wanna play, how you wanna rush as well. Suppose there'll be 7 squads right next to each other, but they won't be rushing because none of them has a loot.
Yeah, exactly. And that is just drops. That is one factor of this beautiful game of PUBG. Another factor is, where is the circle gonna be? Sometimes you might actually get lucky, circle is close to you, or if you're super lucky,
don't
you
play
are
the
right
game.
in the middle.
Yeah, you don't play the game because you have guns. You play the game because the circle lets you get into it.
Yeah.
You have to
You have to
survive the circle.
adapt, yeah.
You have to survive the circle. You don't have to survive the other players. And look at this. Look at Bang Squad, Ultimate Bang, Biggle, SS, LDT, and YCL. They are so far separated.
Yeah, and YCL is the only person in the zone. If either of them get engaged upon, they are basically dead meat, because it is going to be a 1 versus 4, or if they are lucky, it is going to be at least a 1 versus 2 fight for them, because we have seen these teams go for a 2-2 split from either side, but that is literally a 4-man split in 4 different directions, so they have to be careful. I think they are trying to go for the survival plays this time around, the squad of Bang. But on the other side, another team that's really good at surviving and making it to the later stages, as they showed us yesterday, is 7C. Right now, Pathetic and Hades are in this entire city, and they have total control over it.
Ruse was also out there, like fairly far away, and Salty Sadhu, can he be spotted? Sinister has a Scar, Sinister has an AKM, and Salty squad kind of knows it. Sinister just dropped down from his building, and these buildings are fairly identical. I mean, Sinister's building and Sadhu's building, they are just fairly identical, like the copy of each other or something, you can say it. And that was one of the things. Kapshi, Dante Stranger is up behind, and Sinister is right up front. And 1971, it's your time to shine. And I think they're going to go and find a vehicle for shining, because that's important. I can see a UAS on the top left side if you're just looking into that. So if they spot that UAS, which obviously they will, they are obviously better players than me. So they are going to spot that UAS, and they're going to go to the zone, to the central part of the zone. No doubt they are in the zone right now. But as of now, one thing that each and every team avoids in the early stages is a fight. Because, survival matters for them. They can get engaged in a fight, but what if they lose their players in that as well? So that's kind of a thing that actually goes against them. And TX, as you can see, the tri-bike. So South Asian people, like the people from the other countries, we call it the Sholay bike. If you have seen Sholay, it has that tri-bike thingy, like, ye dosti hum nahi todenge. That it's that thing. I mean, talking about friendship on Valentine's Day, that's something different. But still, but still, it is that kind of bike, and it's a really good bike.
Yeah, Ocean Sharma, ladies and gentlemen, the man who burns himself.
I'm feeling sad about my life.
You don't need to. We are getting this opportunity to watch and cast this amazing game for these amazing people, and it has just been incredible, because right now, a couple of seconds earlier, we did see squad number 10 take control of school and the city near it, the apartments area. But now, T2K, they are closing in, and fighting close to school, that is sort of tricky, because if a team has control of the building, it makes it harder for you. Even if you have the control of the apartment, you can't charge in. You have to be careful. All you can do is just basically scope in the entire building and try and spot people out and land as many shots as you can. So it is really difficult to fight people once they are in school. For the side of KS, they still have one guy, Meraz, who was out in the open, but even now he is making his way with his teammates, and that is just going to create trouble for the side of T2K, because Shari is the only man there. His teammates are quite far away. He has to either get away, or if he spots out the players from KS, he has to give a call to his teammates, like, all right, these guys are here, we have to come, we have to just wait for them to move out of this area, this building, and then we can charge in and get those kills.
Totally. And one thing that I'm going to talk about is, I was talking to the Indian team. The Indian team, I mean the team that is casting Indian matches, and they were talking that Marcos Gaming yesterday did incredibly well out there, and so did Rising Nepal out in this one. So just imagine the level of competition that both the stages actually have. The Indian stage, the South Asian stage, obviously there's going to be C stage and North American South. the World League at the end is gonna be amazing, if anything, because each and every team, you can watch other streams as well. You can watch their gameplays as well. You
Yeah.
can show your support on this stream as well. But commenting your favorite teams as okay. R3D is really lucky right now. If they know that M249 is dropping right in front of them, single tap M249. Remember that thing yesterday?
Yeah,
I mean, R3D is getting lucky.
Yeah, that was just incredible what we saw yesterday. But once again, it was the M249 with the med kit as well.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I always talk about healing. You have to make sure, like, you at least have to be 90% health if you want to take the fight. That is the saver option.
Medkit is a really good thing because from 0 to 100, it takes you in 9 seconds. I mean,
Yeah.
that's literally what Medkit does. So that's a really good thing. Bang! Once again, kind of outside the circle. 7 Seas is outside the circle, ladies and gentlemen. INES going from the Novorepnoy area. 1979 Wolves, they can get contested to each other on the bridge. Meanwhile, T2K and Bang. Okay, sorry, not the ultimate Bang there. South circle and the zone. The zone is shifted to the southern side, and now T2K knows that they have been contested. The safer decision is to move, and the cars are okay. Imagine if that was a real car, they would have a dent right there.
Yeah.
But still, PUBG cars are durable.
Yeah, they are pretty strong. They can take a lot of bullets in them, and it takes a lot to blow them up. But on the other side, as I was talking about that entire situation, R3D IR2, he has the M249. He has spotted the players from the side of PN Gaming. Mafia Ninja, he is going to take some shots, but now they are going in for the chase. Mafia Ninja and his squad, they are just going to drive through this entire area. IR2, he is failing to land anything, but Blend has taken some damage from the other members. He has dropped down to 70%, but now can PN Gaming actually get away from this situation? Because you do not want to fight when you are sandwiched between one player with a machine gun, but TX on the other side, just capitalizing on this entire situation, are gonna drop Blend, a man who was already low, and they will finish him off. That was amazing, but PN are in a bit of trouble right now. They thought they were going to get away, but they did not expect TX to be on the other side of that ridge.
The drop was being contested, kind of. If you just look at the scenario, and TX Demon, as you can see, is moving with this buggy on the left hand side. PN Gaming losing one player, the first player that has been lost out in the entire server. And look at that, PN Gaming has just moved to a new direction. But then there's one more team coming really close to TX, and TX, can they actually take that fight? I think R3D is coming really close.
They went to contest R3D. Demon actually went there.
Demon has an M16. I think Demon is going to lure the people to his direction. Will he be able to do it or not? Because Demon is coming back. But I think R3D making the wiser choice right now, just going up. No doubt they have an M249, but then they need to find a suitable location for that circle to actually commence. As the second circle is commencing, we are about to be 11 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen. 63 people alive. First blood was done by PN Gaming's players.
Yeah, PN Gaming just losing one man over there. But on the other side now, TX Demon, he went to scout out. All right, we spotted one squad, but who was shooting at them? Who dropped the player low and went up there, spotted out R3D's players, and now they have fallen back. Demon, he was really careful in that, and that was a perfect scout play. But now we have the air drop number 2 coming in with the Groza, the suppressor for the snipers, and the military level kit for every single one who's going to be able to take it. But now TX, they have spotted A1 Esports, but they, as PN Gaming did, are just going to avoid this confrontation. Once again, this is actually a more optimal strategy. You do not want to waste your time fighting unless it is absolutely required. You want to move into the later stages of the game so you can get a lot more points. But PN Gaming are retaliating this time around for a far or distance. They have dropped one player from the side of R3D, and that is going to spell trouble for this entire team. Private taking a lot of hits, is going to be knocked down, but the revive is going to come in because R3D, they have compounds. But now A1 Esports are in their crosshairs. Stranger being caught off guard is just going to be taken out. He has been knocked down, but Mafia is taking a hit from the side of INES. Oh, this is a big party. No one expected INES to be there, but now you can see on the minimap the squad number 7. You have squad number 5. Nepali Ho Ni's Lakhe OP. He has closed in as well. He's going to get so much information as to where these players are, from where they are fighting, and when his teammates come in, they are going to have a much easier time in this entire situation, wiping out whoever is left alive. Mafia, he could get a revive from Anish, but INES, they are on the other side of that ridge, so they are going to try and look to charge in. But once again, INES just being a little bit careful. They were moving in the other direction. We have this, yeah.
The best team out there in this circle is NHN as a new circle just formed. You can see NHN, they have a rich cover. They don't know no team is coming from behind them. So all they have to look is in the front direction. INES, Mafia, PN, they are in a really good spot. But Wolf, Bang and 7C, these teams are going to fight against one another. Team Xtreme has been taken down as P and Anish is also trying to find some other players. This team currently has 0 kills, but they have lost 1 player. That 1 player, obviously, it's going to be a lot difficult right now. A lot difficult for the teams to, contest once again as they have lost 1 player. And I guess A1, yes, they go down. That was an incredible spray with an incredible team blasting out of the server right now. That was amazing.
Yeah, and it was Evil Eye, but on the other side, Machine, who was firing the shots with his teammate, he has been knocked down. Badrev has been knocked down. Tia is going to take the knock next. And 1971 Gladiators, they are collapsing on the squad of INES. Tia being taken down. Badrev and Machine are going to be next in the crosshairs. Science-Tro, he's coming in and he's just going to drive over Badrev with no fear in his eyes, but he's going to pay for that with his life. Evil Eye, he was there. He was watching his teammate die and he's going to take his revenge. But now he has to be careful. Nightwing, he's quite close. Goes for the reload. He is going to fire some shots. Does some damage. Drops him quite low and is going to knock him down as well. Evil Eye taking down 2 players from the side of 1971 Gladiators. But here come the other 2. Salu and Ryan, they are there. They have done a lot of damage to Evil Eye, who is down to 10% health. Can he take this fight in a 1 versus 2 situation? Machine, he is bleeding slowly. He's going to be finished off by Ryan, I think. No, he is just charging in on Evil Eye. He has healed up to 70% health, but he is going to get taken out by Ryan, and that is going to be it. INES, the first squad being eliminated.
This was an upset for INES right now, ladies and gentlemen. 7C Masquerade going for Pyro. Another team gets eliminated as Team Pyro goes down in this fight. NHN Vcash also goes down by Salty. Salty versus NHN coming out on the edge, but then Bang Bikal, the lone survivor for the Bang right now in this area, as he's kindly behind his team right now. But then Bang, SS and LET, they can spot some players. This is the zone. This is a similar zone as the match that we had 3-4 days back. The similar third party, 4-party scenario can happen. Salty Russian, look at him. He's on the downward area. If he throws a grenade on NHN Smoke, that will be the end of NHN Reaper and Vcash. But Salty Xtreme gets a revive. AJ wants to move forward right now. We'll have to see what happens because the fight is gonna commence at any moment. Lake OP also trying to give up an adequate cover from the back end, and Salty versus NHN. This fight is going to be epic as 2 big Goliath of teams are going to fight. Gole has been taken down. Gole is eliminated from the server, but then Vcash and Reaper. Vcash and Reaper are kind of a grenade comes by Xtreme, takes down Vcash. Salty AJ has been taken down by Vcash's grenade, but will Salty move forward? As you know, they have downed 1 player, but their 1 player is also down. Xtreme is dropping down. Xtreme is going to lose some health, and yes, Xtreme is down to 50 HP right now. Sadhu is giving revive out there to AJ. Vcash, he has been revived. Reaper should be knowing that there are players behind him. Will Reaper go for it? This is a thing. This is going to be something. Reaper taking TPP. Grenade does some damage to him, but then Reaper is going to move to the other direction. Oh my god, this is actually raining hellfire.
Yeah, that was just incredible from the side of Salty squad, the way they dealt with it. But look at this. Sadhu, he's quite close. Vcash, he was revived. He has healed up as well. Salty squad changing the pace of the game once again. Looking for the players from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. Lake OP is quite far away from his team. He was stuck in the struggle between PN Gaming and INES, and A1 Esports was there as well. But on the other side, he has to be careful. And this is going to be really hard for these teams because now the circle is on them, but they have nowhere else to go. It's water on the other side, and that is one of the most vulnerable situations you could put yourself in. On the other side, Ryan from the side of 1971, he is going to go on Team Xtreme. Niku been taken out. He was knocked down by Ryan, but Salu IT was the person who finished him off. But now here comes a Molotov, not going to do much, falls on the slope of the hill, and Vcash and Reaper, they are going to look to rotate out of this situation, but they have to be careful because AJ is on the other side on the small shed that's there in front of them, and they have to be careful as to not give away any useless information to this man who could lead to their demise. But on the other side, Hype, they are going in on T2K. Wolves is there as well. This is a third party going on. Chari, the only man left standing from the side of T2K. Wolf 6'9", he was in the shed and he is looking to spot out the other players. But now Reaper, he is going to get in the car in this entire situation. Going to pick up his teammate. And Vcash and Reaper, what are they going to be thinking? Are they going to go in and go for the longer rotate on the other side of this island and try and contest other team? Or are they going to wait for Lake to come in for this rescue and create a backstab for the side of Salty squad so that they can actually finish him off? Salty have secured a safe spot for themselves right now as they are below the hill, so you can't take a fight. There are a lot of rocky ridges. They can hide behind them and stay safe. But talking about staying safe, one team that was not safe is going to be Team Xtreme, being wiped out at the 14th position. 13 teams remaining, 42 players alive, and Team T2K were with just one player. A1 Esports is also left with just one player for themselves. Now, Wolves, once again, they are still trying to find a way to finish off T2K. But now, Wolves ironic, he has spotted the players from the side of Bang. YCL, he was coming in that jeep, he's still going to hide. But now, the remaining players from the side of Bang, they are going to fall back. Oh, the vehicles are left exposed. If he actually blows them up, that is just going to take out any escape routes that Bang has available, because they are going to be quite vulnerable. Once again, Bang SS has taken a lot of damage, drops down to 10% health. But once again, this is going to be interesting, because as I was talking about, they have their car parked here and it is quite exposed. If Wolves actually blows up Bang's car, they will literally have nowhere else to go.
Rivals right now. Yeah. Rivals, the circle is going to be, if the circles are going to be in the central to downwards locations or anything, and 7C, these teams, A1 Esports Jante, 7C's players, and this thing. See, these teams have to move forward, and Rivals, they have to move forward. NHN and Salty, that Cold War is gonna be out there for a long time. And now, NHN is going to be in a bad spot as Salty's players are down the ridge. So they can be safe at that area right now. The team, if any team is going to come to this area, they're going to contest Nepali Ho Ni. Wolves, on the other hand, is kind of outside the circle. T2K, the lone survivor, T2K Chari is out at that area. PN Gaming is going to come from the right end. So we'll have to see what happens. But then Ironic is fairly low on health. Will he be able to move? Hype, on the other hand, they are... We did not see them yet right now do anything, but Hype is out there surviving, and AWM in the 4th airdrop. This is one new thing, guys, in the new meta. The airdrop can come outside the zone.
Yeah.
If you looked at the mini map or anything, the airdrop was coming outside the zone. And then Vcash takes down Salty Sardu. Hype Gurkha YT has also been taken down. Hype SK9 has been taken over by NHN. Vcash Dalion takes down NHN Reaper, OP, RG Private, and Hype Squad. I think there's going to be the end, but then Dalion is moving forward against Salty. AJ Salty versus Hype. The smoke cloud is going to do all the things because no one can actually see out of this area, but then another smoke cloud being dropped out. The players are getting revived right now. Gurkha YT has been revived by a prototype, but then will that be enough? As AJ moves in forward, AJ is trying to takes on Hype Dalion, but look at that, a bike. Was that a bike? Was that a car? What was that? It just went blazingly.
I don't know what that was. It just went right through, but now AJ, the man, he was knocked down. He drops down the ridge. If he takes the fall, he could actually lose it. But no, Reaper was like, hey, because of you, we were stuck here. Now die. He's just going to finish him off.
What thing just went past through them? Wolves then gets eliminated out there. A1 Esports on the 11th position. And yeah, the bike was actually lying out in that area. But then 7C Hades and 7C Maske YT are is low on health, and Pathetic needs a revival really badly as we are talking. FSEC is also trying to spot some players. If he spots Hype Squad, that might be the end of Hype Squad because PN is ready for a fight. They have 3 kills right now with amazing comeback. The first person to go down was from PN. Salty Xtreme takes on one player as well. Bang LDT springs some shots on Rivals' players, but then Divine is fairly low on health, but hopefully he'll just boost up himself. And then PNF takes down one player from Salty Squad, that Salty Sardu. Adridi Kagura goes on Salty Xtreme, Andrewsen, they'll be spotted. Andrewsen goes on, Mafia Ninja does his job, but then FSEC, will he be safe out here or not? As Salty Squad gets eliminated on 10th. Once again, a big upset.
Yeah, I was thinking Salty, they should have rotated around the bank of this entire beach, but IRD2, he is stuck in a bad situation. He has to stay in the water. If he pops his head out, he is gonna be finished off.
IR2 is sitting in a buggy underwater. What? You can't heal in the buggy now.
That was taken out. That was taken out of the game.
Previously you could do that. He was trying to do that as his health was really low, but you can't do that. And out there, Case Mehraj takes down 1971. Ryan with a Scarrel. Incredible way. And the zone. Oh my god, the zone.
All I have to say about that entire situation was that could have been a 200 IQ play, but then apparently there was a 1 extra 0.
Okay. KSFT, he blasts a vehicle obviously for his cover. Bang LDT takes on Rivals. Rewind. Bang LDT once again going, and Rivals Noob has been taken on. That means that might be end of Rivals as of now, but then one player is still surviving. And then Vcash's health. If IR2 is he's actually popped up a boost out there. You can pop a boost if anything.
I think he is trying to survive. I think he came back up for a little bit.
No. You can use boosts on the vehicle, but you can't use first aids underwater. So that's one thing. Bang LDT takes down 1971 Ryan, and Bang LDT has also been taken down by 1971, and that is the end of Ultimate Bang. P and Anish takes down KS Mehraj, and look at rivals. They are just slithering in, being one with the grass right now, in as they want to be a snake out there. They just want to string, and will this grenade do the damage? Mafia Ninja, is the kill feed gonna go? Yes! KS Axe gets eliminated as Mafia Ninja's grenade of demise takes down 3. Each 3 people. Nepali Ho Ni gets eliminated on 7th. NHN Reaper and Vcash by 7 CR Roos.
Yeah, Aru's once again been a tough situation right now. His teammates were quite separated, and the side of 7 Seas, they have to be careful this time around. But Rival Slayer being dropped. Our 3D Devils are going to be taken out as Hype Da Leon is going to drop IR2, who was trying to struggle his way in towards the island. And now Rivals, they could have control of this game, but 7 Seas, as I was talking about, tough situation. PN Gaming, they have their crosshairs set on them. Avsek with that DP is not going to let that entire situation go, but Divine is going to capitalize on the players from the side of 7 Seas being knocked already, and the nade is going to finish Pathetic off. Now Rivals, they are crawling, they are moving in towards the smoke. Aruz is there, he's burning alive. This man is going to die to a Molotov of all things. Rivals, Divine is going to get a knock. He is still burning, he has to get out of there. He is going to get out of there, but Trigger is going to finish him off. On the other side, 1971, Sallu White, he is the only man surviving for his team. Now, he is being really careful once again, proning. But now, Anish, he once again spots out the players from the side of 7 Seas and is going to go for them.
Remaining 11 players out there, and Rivals, they have to stick to the zone right now. As the zone is going to do a lot of damage to them. They are trying to go loot some utilities, but then Sallu Whitey is out there remaining. If he spots one, and yes, he does! 7CH goes down with his M4 out there. He's trying to finish him, but then Sallu Whitey is out in the open. Still manages to take one player down, but then he'll be a device of Rivals. Trigger, 1971 Gladiators go down. 4 teams remaining, 9 players. Single digit game, but the teams are not singular out there. 7C Maske Whitey is surviving, no doubt. He is the lone survivor from his team. 7C's Rivals, 1 player has been taken down. That was Trigger. If Maske knows this, he can take down Divine as well, and that will be the end of Rivals right now. But then Rivals are still clinging on. Look at Team Hype out there with 3 points and 3 players remaining, and one more team out there with 10 kills. That is PN. PN was the team that had the first blood, and AWM in that airdrop, but I don't think so. No one's gonna actually look at that. And Divine versus 7C's, but then Rivals go down as PNFC goes with for the 11th kill for the team, and now it's down to 2 teams. 3v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Hype versus PN Gaming. What's gonna happen? A smoke has been detected, and PN Gaming moves out to the smoke area. They'll have to see. Hype Gurkha Whitey on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. He has taken a lot of damage, but then Mafia Ninja, he knows that he needs to play his cards really in a right direction. Dalion on one side, Gurkha on the other, Prototype on the other side, Mafia Ninja with a smoke on up front. Another smoke pops in. This is going to be difficult, but then a running car was spotted by Dalion, but damage was done. Was not enough. Yeah, the damage is definitely not going to be enough, but now PN Gaming, they are being collapsed upon by the players of Hype. Leon is a little bit split from his team. This is a 3v3 brawl going on between these two, and since the fight is happening in an open area, the smokes are going to be really useful, but Leon is going to spot out Mafia Ninja, is going to dish out a lot of damage, dropping down to 40% health. He's going to hide behind those cars and is going to pop that first aid just to start the healing. Now, Zone is coming right now. Zone's going to do a lot of things. If the team is not in the zone, it's going to do a lot of damage. The cars are being burst up. Really good strategy by PN Gaming right now. We'll have to see what happens. Hype Leon is out there with zero medkit, 0 first aid, 0 boosters or anything. Just 7 bandages out there in his hands. And Gurkha Whitey, once again, 0 first aid, 0 anything. He just had 10 bandages, no bandages, nothing. If they are being at the demise of the zone, then that is going to be an end game for them. But PN, FSEC, Anish, Mafia Ninja, can he actually go for that play? The play for the chicken dinner. Yesterday was a 1v1, today it's a 3v3. Back to the square roots, and we'll have to see what happens, because Gurkha, Prototype and Dalion, they are ready for a win, but so is PN Gaming. The zone is once again not favoring each and anyone. Look at Mafia Ninja, he's one with that area. See, there's blue zone behind him, he can't go back. So, if any one player goes down, PN Anish goes down. Mafia Ninja, can he get a revival right now? He'll have to pop up more smokes, but then will that be anything? Because Prototype also goes down and Prototype has been finished. No chance given for anything. It's a 2v3 right now. Hype has not come up so far to actually lose at this moment
and
right now.
It gets turned into
one more player has been taken down and FSEC has been finished. Oh my god, it's just down to Mafia Ninja. Mafia Ninja versus 2 players. He's popping up smokes. Gurkha Whitey is slithering, but will this slither do some damage or will he also fall under the demise? But then Mafia Ninja is still on survival. No time for revival right now. He'll have to move in forward. Gurkha is ready for him. Will Gurkha be the one giving the final blow in this match right now? As the smokes on the far end have been popped up. Smokes on the lower end has been popped up. The zone is coming. The zone is coming. The zone is coming. Gurkha Whitey has been taken down. Mafia Ninja 1v1 situation once again, going for the revival right now. Will that be enough? Yes, the revival is coming out right there. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and the person has been revived. It's a 2-player situation right now, 2-player strategy. Even the single HPs matter. Dalion with his 75 HP. Gurkha will be finished, but I think he has done enemies ahead before he died. Will that be for the help of Dalion? Dalion has spotted one. Mafia Ninja goes down. Anish is 1 HP. Can he pop up a first aid? It's 75 HP right now. 75 versus 75 HP play. Dalion has 0 healings. Anish has 3 healings. His helmet is broken. Oh my god, this is back to 1v1 fight. This is exciting more than anything. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know which team's gonna win. Comment down, guys, which team you think is gonna win, because this is the most extreme gameplay we can imagine.
Yeah, but now it has come down to a snail's pace wherein both these players are going to wait out and wait for the other one to wait.
Front of each other.
Yeah, they are waiting out for the other person to get impatient. Like yesterday, Gole was the one who got impatient from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. He stood up. That's how he died, and that's how he cost 6 points for his team.
9 circle is coming. 9 circle, the heal battle circle is coming.
It is not going to be a heal battle. Dalion has nothing on himself.
But Anish has to move in because Anish is still outside the circle. And Anish has been spotted. This is the game of Team Hype as PN Gaming with 13 kills. I think 13 kills is going to make a lot of difference, as Hype does not have that much kills. They have 6 kills and PN Gaming has 13 kills. So even with the chicken dinner,
I think they are going to be 1 point short. But
yeah, but still, this is the first win for Team Hype.
No, a couple of points short.
This is the first win for Team Hype, if anything. But then these guys at this moment, no one could have imagined that. Once again, a 1v1 situation, 3v3, 2v2, 1v1. Oh my god. You guys just did incredibly well.
Yeah, the 2 players from the side of PN, when they dropped, I thought that was going to be it. They were just going to go charge in, and Gurkha was still trying to crawl. Once you have the man advantage in your favor, you just need to go in. Why are you being scared? It was a 2 versus 1. You are definitely going to do more damage, and the smokes were already there for cover. So a situation that was already in a team's favor, like they did end up winning it, but that was just based off a reverse situation coming in from yesterday, wherein Gole got up, he died. This time the player from the side of Hype actually got up and he ended up winning the fight. So and he did not have any other option, because going for a heal battle, which is bandages, no first aid kit, especially when the 9 circle is closing in, is like it is not gonna work out. I think everyone knows that is not gonna work out. But fighting without any healing, that was actually impressive from Dalion.
That was risky. That was impressive. That was commendable. He was a Superman out there.
Yeah, he was totally split from his team. He was the only man behind that one tree, and the rest of the 3 players were grouped in a chunk. 2 players were grouped in a chunk, and he was the one getting focused.
The game could have ended early if Mafia Ninja would not have given revive to PN Anish. See, because Anish got revived and he just lied down out there, and Mafia Ninja went in forward. So that was one thing. So the game could have, changed its pace. Maybe Hype would have had chance at that moment. Or maybe if Mafia Ninja would have gone from a little left where he actually took down Gurkha, he could have had chance at that moment as well. But he revived him just so that he could maybe have that probabilitical chance that he will win. Because if 2 players would have shot on one person, that is Dalion, that could have changed the pace of the game. But then Dalion, he was just lying out there, being one with the grass, and he had that a teeny tiny ridge right in front of him, a teeny tiny that slope right in front, that just gave him an advantage. And Anish, when Dalion was sure that Anish is moving on the 9th circle inside the zone, he knew, because while he's moving, the crosshair is not going to be placed correctly, and that was one moment when he was just
And apart from this, these were the 2 teams that actually won. One thing I want to talk about is the other 2 teams who were actually doing really, really well. It was Salty Squad and it was Nepali Ho Ni. 2 teams that actually rotated into the circle on the beach shore. The first and Nepali Ho Ni was on the high ground, Solti was on the low ground, but Solti should have actually driven along the bank or actually walked along the bank and made it into the main island, because the position they literally cornered themselves and died. You never fight in a corridor. It was literally water on this side and a huge cliff on this side. They had nowhere to run, and that is the advantage that PN Gaming took. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni, the two players, they just waited way too long for Lake to arrive.
Yeah, and NHN is known for their movements in the zone really early, and that's one thing that they did. But then, that thing only. The shore on the upper side of the ridge, the lower side of the ridge, as Solti AG, if you remember, he took one play down, but he was caught off on that ridge.
Yeah.
So that was one bad thing. But then meanwhile, we will have to see which team is standing out there first, if anything. But before that, MVP obviously coming from Hype Squad, if I'm not wrong, and Hype Squad did an incredible job out there. And yes, the Leon 4 kills in his back, and look at that damage. Double the amount of kills damage. He has 846 damage, and 27-41 minutes was the survival time, and almost 8 kilometers of distance. That's a lot.
Yeah, this man has been impressive so far, but let's move on and look at the top 5 as well and see which players are going to join him and be there alongside. I'm pretty sure the players from the side of PN are going to be present with Da Leon in that standing, because they themselves were wreaking havoc on everyone else.
Yep.
On the other side, after that, when we move on to the standings for this game, I am actually interested where PN Gaming finished, because they had 8 kills for themselves. And
they had 13 kills in total.
They had 13 kills in total. They actually managed to get that many, because last time we saw the standings and the points in the minimap section, in the team section where we have the list of the teams, they were sitting on 8. But before that, before we see about 7 Cs, before we see about Nepali Ho Ni, let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see. Mafia Ninja is going to be the first with 7 kills, 1048 damage and 2 headshots. Avsek is going to be the second with 5 kills, 923 damage and 4 headshots. 1971 Gladiators, Ryan, this man was on fire as well. He has 5 kills, 732 damage and 1 headshot. 7C's Pathetic is going to be the fourth with 5 kills, 298 damage and 1 headshot. So this man was basically stealing other people's kills and taking some stuff away from his teammates as well.
If you're doing it good, it's an art. But then Avsek, 5 kills, 4 headshots. That's a good accuracy, to be honest, in this match. And Leon, 50% accuracy on headshots, 4 kills and 2 headshots. We just talked about him, but then I'm really excited to see the overalls of what happens, and we are gonna move to the overalls. Let's just do that already, because I wanna see where the first team is, and the first team is PN Gaming. 1 point, like we were talking, and 13 total kills. Team Hype still has a chicken dinner, but still lacking on the kill department, and that's gonna drop them down to a second position. Team 7C.
See, look at this. This is what I was talking about. Rivals and 7C. They have the same points, but 7C did actually get the one
Kills
extra
matter.
kill. Yeah, kills actually do matter, and we talked about this yesterday. We were talking about since the group stages, wherein if you are sitting at the same point, the person with the more kills is obviously going to lead the charge, and that is why 7C is up 1 over Rivals X.
Yeah, that is totally true. And Rivals X, as we are talking, is on 4th, and 97 Gladiator is on 5th. They did incredibly good. Out of those 4 kills, they have 3 via grenade only. And talking about the bottom table, if we have to talk, let's just start from the bottom. Team Pyro tried to do something, but then could not do it, as they were contested off guard. And A1 Esports, a big name. A1 Esports. I mean, they're coming out on 15. That's kind of a difficult scenario that was not needed. But then Solti squad also in this area, Team Xtreme and Solti squad, and again 2 big names coming on 12th and 14th. That's kind of something.
Solti, it was just the misplay of fighting between the water and the cliff. As I was saying, they should have rotated into an open area, because even if you never want to engage in open situations wherein you do not have cover, it is still better than fighting between 2 places where you literally have nowhere to run. At least if you're fighting on a green pasture on the open ridges, you can crouch down, you can hide behind the ridge, you can actually try and juke some shots and try and fight it out. But if you are, if this is as much as area you can walk through, where are you gonna go? PN Gaming, they were basically shooting fish in a barrel.
You're like, this is the as much area. I was like, how do you fit one person in this one? But okay, but then we are gonna go for the head-to-head of the first and the second team. So let's just see where PN Gaming and Hype where they were doing the good and where they were doing the bad. As we are talking, as you can see, 13 kills, a huge number. 6 kills, a good number. 2,338 damage. pretty good. 1355, good as
Yeah.
if you compare it to the 6 kills. 585 is the healing and 622 on the other side. But then the distance by the whole team, it's kind of similar, right?
Yeah, it is sort of similar for both these teams because both the teams actually made the later rotations with distance travel as well. Headshots, compare the headshots. PN Gaming is sitting at 6. Team Hype going for 2 headshots. Grenade skill, Krills, 1 coming in from the side of PN. And if I'm not wrong, it was them just running into a smoke, one of the players, and just dropping the nade on the other side. People to the team hiding behind the shed. So that was one of the more interesting situations, and this game felt a lot different than the games we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Because yesterday on Erangel, teams were being really careful. This time it just again feels like the group stages wherein everyone is just willing to fight, and I guess teams from group
To move to the next one, I guess.
Sanhok. It is going to be Sanhok coming up next, but that is going to happen after a short break. We'll be right back. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Semi-Finals Day number 2. Match number 2 is about to begin on Sanhok. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined by Ocean Sharma, and we just had an amazing game on Erangel.
I mean, yesterday's first game,
Yep.
3v3, 2v2, 1v1. Today's first game, 3v3, 2v2, 1v1. I've never seen something like these, because what happens is the pressure, as we were talking about game sense and the mentality and all those things, the pressure that a player is facing when it's a final circle and he is, if not anything, the lone survivor from his team. You can have other survivors as well. But then slowly and slowly, as the team was losing its players, right?
Yeah.
Hype also lost its players. PN Gaming was also losing its players. So as the team is losing its players, so the things that actually go down is your morale, your boost, and all those things. And when they just go down as you are losing your players, the win also goes away. You lose a win as well in that, and that thing actually matters. There's a graph. If you just go for it, there's a Gaussian curve to it. The peak of the curve is the maximum pressure that you can withstand. If it just goes above that's gonna be the end of it, and from there the downfall actually starts. And when the downfall happens, the game will, no matter, you'll be having 4 players. Remember INES's Evil Eye yesterday with his M24, and he almost took down 4 players. So if you're not able to take that pressure, you are gonna lose the game slowly and steadily, and that's one thing. But then now, it's gonna be Sanhok.
Yeah, it is gonna be Sanhok, and the play you were talking about also happened on Sanhok.
Yeah.
And talking about the Gaussian curve, there, wherein if you go beyond the peak, that is gonna be the breaking point, and that is exactly what happened yesterday. Cause he tried out pretty well. In a 1v3, if you are the one guy, if you are playing up against 3 people from the same team, the pressure is not going to be there because you have a high probability of losing that fight. So you are just going to make the YOLO play. But in a 1 versus 1 where it is a little bit more even, and you have to take into every single small calculation, and you have to basically assume a lot of things that the opponent is going to do, and you have to make plays around them. There is so much that your brain is processing in that situation that some people just are not able to deal with it, and other people are playing here.
The curve that you said about the elastic point, that is the elasticity curve. That is the different one. The Gaussian curve is the bell curve.
You are the maths genius. I am not a math genius.
The
this
Gaussian
guy.
curve is a bell curve. The bell curve actually goes like this, and it's sort of a bell.
Yeah.
And the bell actually has the topmost point, and from it's like the probability curve.
Yeah.
In a class, there are 5% of them are genius, 5% are dumb, but the 80% are in the middle. So that it's that thing. It's that kind of a thing. But then we are into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Maths will be going on somewhere else, but right now, as you can see, from Tambang to Mong Nai, Paradise, Boot Camp, obviously, Query, Camp Alpha. I would like to see which team actually drops there. Ruins and Pine, and those big areas are all. So
has been abandoned during the early drops, but it is one of those places that it is quite comfortable to rotate through.
Yeah.
Just because the cover is there, the open is there, plus it is on a slight peak, so the high ground is going to be available to you as well. But this time, this is just going to make everyone happy, and most of the teams are going to be in. But TX, they are quite separated. Look at this. Captain is dropping quite far away from his team, who are heading towards the Camp Bravo side. So they are going to be out of the zone. But now, did he actually spot them? Did he actually spot Gole?
But then I think there are people of NHN right next to him, and R3D.
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah, and R3D and look at this. Lakhe is also on one direction. So R3D can be in a bit of a trouble right now. And as Enzil, he is quite far away from his players. Reaper is behind him. That is once again from NHN and Pyro squad. The squad that got eliminated in the first spot in the previous game, that is on the 16th. So they are going to be kind of something. And NHN and R3D contesting each other's drops, as IR2 can spot Vcash. Does IR2 has enough guns? Yes, he has an AK. He does not have a helmet right now, but then he has this the helmet of that the new thing in the I don't remember the name, but then this helmet is really amazing. If you just look at the headgear, it's not a helmet, it's a headgear obviously. And then Vcash, he has an Uzi. Will those 25 bullets be enough? Cause he does not have a secondary gun. 25 bullets versus 40 and 20. Will it be enough? Right now, we don't know the answer, as IR2 is just making a safer.
It is going to depend on how much distance these two guys are fighting. Because the damage, the drops are gonna happen if you are fighting at a higher distance. We're talking about dropping. Gole is gonna be dropped by Godfather and Nepali Ho Ni. They are not looking good because Lake also was taken down a little bit earlier, and now Vikash has to be really careful as to not engage with that Uzi, because as I said, if they actually fight at this distance, oh, Reaper was dropped as well.
What are you doing? IR2 is moving forward now. He knows that the player Vikash just has an Uzi. He just needs to do one thing, not to be extremely close, but he can take him down. Vikash, he is throwing a grenade. That's a Molotov. Does it hit? Does it? No. It does not hit IR2 right now. IR2 is safe, but then another throwable coming in handy right now. A second throwable goes in. That is a grenade, or is that a smoke? I don't know. That was a smoke played as a bait, but it comes to use of IR2. IR2 can actually be safe in that smoke if he wants to, and Vikash, I think he kind of just helped him, but Reaper, the clock is ticking. Reaper is dying. You will see a crate if you're not there on time. Why does it all rhyme? What? Once again. But then Vikash, as you can see, he is trying to spot someone. That is IR2, but will he be able to do it as Anzil comes in from behind? Once again, it rhymes, and Lake is also moving out from that direction, but then Reaper will be finished as nobody will be able to reach on to him on time. Let's see what happens.
He is still going with the rhymes, and Reaper is just going to die on the other side. Vikash, he should have used the smoke to close up the distance, because at close ranges, he is going to be dropped with that QBZ from Anzel, who has taken some damage, but Vikash is going to be finished off as well. As I was saying, Vikash should have used the smoke to actually close up the distance, because Uzi at close ranges is brutal if you can actually control the recoil and control the aim. On the other side, Lake, he just has one option left now, is to hide behind this rock and stay safe and wait for the players from the side of our 3D Devils to get out of there, so he can actually make it into the later stages. But now, Nepali Ho Ni, they are in a really bad situation. Lake, he makes one mistake, he fires one bullet, he is going to be a dead man, unless he is going to be able to, unless he actually clutches out a 1 versus 4, which, as we all know, is something that is really difficult. The good thing for him is Anzel is going to be with low health, but on the other side, the other 3 players from the side of our 3D Devils, they are going to be pretty healthy. They are going to loot the crates of the dead players from the side of Nepali Ho Ni and are going to be pretty happy about it as well.
That is totally true, and I mean, it's just one of the things that Lake, he's a lone survivor, right? As of now, and he just has 60 bullets. If you count, see, AKM and barrel, those are the 2 guns that he has. So all in all, he has 60 bullets in his arsenal right now. But those 60, can he make all of them count, or will he choke out there? Because that is a situation where sometimes players choke. Even the best of the players will be choking. If you have 4 players right in front of you, and the first airdrop is coming out, has a Groza and level 3 stuff right in front for someone if someone tries to go for it. But then the zone is about to commence. See, this is one beautiful thing about the game. Ruins, no one is out there, and the drop is right next to Ruins. This is the thing that we were talking about in the first game as well. The first game, that it all depends on the probability. This area was neglected by everyone, and now the most precious thing, the airdrop, is present in that area only. That's how the game changes its pace.
Yeah, there is a lot. There is, I won't say a lot, but there is more than a decent amount of RNG involved with the circles, with the loot spawns, with the drops coming in as well. And that just makes the game a lot more interesting, because you can be playing the same map every single time, but it is going to be a different game that you're playing every single time. It's going to feel like a different game you're playing every single time, even if you drop at the exact same location, because there's going to be other teams.
Look at Hype. I like you were talking about drop locations. Look at Hype's drop location. As of now, they are safe. And if the circle shifts on the downward side, they will remain safe.
I think this is the first time that we are just seeing one team entirely take control of Bootcamp. Because it is just INES there. T2K, they are closing in, but they're going to have a hard time fighting there.
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing that's going to happen. And look at Team Hype. They won the first match. I mean, still ended up on second spot. Obviously, that was because of the kill. So right now, they know that they have the capability of winning. But if they want to stay on top, see, it's one thing. If they want to end today's day in a good manner, because they are not going to play tomorrow's games as per the groups, as BNC is going to play, and they are in the Group A. So that's one thing that's going to change the pace of the game for them. Right now, in these 3 games, they can collect as much points as they can, so that it can keep them in a safer spot till the end of the day, as Rising Nepal is. But then, will it going to change? That's going to be one of the questions. Painan, Pyro is still out there. They are not moving, obviously, because the zone is not moving.
Yeah, Rising Nepal, they have taken a dip if you compare the comparison from the group stages, but now they still have some more games to go, as in they have this game to go, they have the entire day for today, then they have the second rotation of the teams coming in when the groups start colliding again, A versus B, A versus C, then B versus C, the second rotation of that entire scenario when that happens. So those games are still there for the side of Rising Nepal, but once again, they were putting up amazing numbers from the first day onwards, from the very first game they played in the group stages. This time we are still wondering, we are left to wonder whether are they going to come back with the same level of performances, or was that the max that they could do? Because if they actually fail to make it into the top 24 this time, they are going to be out of here. You have top 16, I'm sorry. You have to be in the top 16 to actually make it into the finals. And Lakhe, he should not be out in this open. He should have stuck behind the rock.
He
run,
does not
boy,
have
run.
a backpack as well.
Yeah.
He does not have a backpack
He
right
needs to
now.
run out of here as fast as he can. Otherwise, if anyone from the side of R3D actually spot him, he's dead.
He's dead. He's done for. He's anything but he's the one that is keeping 16 teams on that alive feed right now, because otherwise his team would have been done for. Bang Squad, on the other hand, they kind of had a good run, decent one in the previous game, but would like to make it far better. And TX also did really good in the previous match, if anything. But then we'll have to see how they turn up. A1 Esports had an early exit in the previous one, but still they are surviving with all the 4 players. We'll have to see how it all counters and counter attacks as they are gonna be engaged up in the fight. And rivals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to see where PN Gaming is right now, because PN Gaming, they were destined to kill a lot of players, and PN Gaming lost one of their players in the previous game. Still, those 3 players managed to do a good amount of damage, and Wolves are next to the second airdrop, and second airdrop is once again coming to the ruins area. I mean, it's a good thing. One drop was in ruins, second drop is in ruins. So I think ruins is a good contestant for the final circle. I know. Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, that is actually going to be possible. But now, once again, the blue zone is closing in. So once it makes contact with the play zone, that's the time when we will realize where the next circle is going to be. We will see it on our screens. But so far, KS right on the edge of the first circle. 1971 Gladiators, they are still to close in. But on the other side, the rest of the teams, they are moving in towards the center, towards Bootcamp, towards Painan. Ruins, look at this. Wolves are already at Ruins, and PN Gaming A1 Esports, who were on the Camp Alpha Island, are still there. Once again, the circle forms with Painan Bang in the middle of it. Bootcamp players are going to be safe. Ruins players are going to be safe. Camp Charlie players, there are no players at Camp Charlie because no one likes that location.
I mean, yeah, if anything, but still, camps are kind of those areas where it's kind of difficult to play those areas or anything with the rotations and all. But we'll have to see what happens. And INES, I think it's about time that INES would like to move out of the boot camp area, and yes, they are doing. But Brave, Evil, and Machine are slowly and steadily moving out of that. And if they do, they are going to be contested by one team, and I think Killfeed is going to blow up, as we'll be talking about it. R3D Private 7 is trying to spot some players, find some players, does not have a vest right now. Still good with level 1 helmet and level 1 backpack. One thing about this area of Sanhok is that, you see, utilities is one thing that you'll have to, compromise with sometimes. And that is one thing that the teams are doing. Even NHL Lake OP, he does not even have a backpack right now, but still he's ready for a fight if a fight happens against him. And R3D, I think they will be still looking for a fight. And Bang LDT, look at him charging up right up front. SSYCL Bikal behind him. Kazi, Niku Demon, and Captain on one area. LDT makes up the move for the first house. Nobody's going to be out there, but then Captain is going to be on his right. YCL and SS once again trying to move. SS or YCL goes to the same area, and Captain, that TPP, he can hear the footsteps. Niku, the call has been made, and a grenade is being thrown up by Demon. Will that grenade or throwable do some damage? But then it is on Niku's side. I think that was... What did Demon do? Demon just threw a grenade on Niku.
He just threw a nade on his own teammate, and I think, TX Captain, he is in the bad spot. He is in that one solo shed. He has taken a lot of damage, dropped quite low. But now the players from the side of Bang, they are going to look to move in. I don't think Bang even realized that the players from the side of TX, Team Xtreme, they were present here, because these guys was lying on the floor, proning and just staying there. But until Bang closed in and the players actually started to move, that's when Bang realized that this is a fight that's going to happen. Captain is going to rotate out of there. And Demon, did he just throw another nade towards the hut that Nico is in?
I don't know what is happening out here by Demon because I don't understand it. Yeah, what is happening out in this direction? We don't know. But look at Bang Bikal. He's just safe out there. He's just sneaking because he wants to know the location of the other players at their weakest, and that is one thing he'll trying to do. But YCL is up front. YCL can go towards Team TX's area. Team Xtreme looking up for a fight. Team Xtreme ready to take that firepower in their hands. On the other hand, Bang is gonna go for that ultimate Bang that they are known for. They want to eliminate. Both of the teams want to eliminate the first squad from the server, and that is one thing they are trying. They're trying to burst out each and every area that they can see so that the doors can be taken down and the rotations can be easier. LTT still thinking that there's a player out there still trying to throw some grenades and everything. But the Salty, I saw Salty Nima up right in the back, and maybe Salty Squad want to come and rush in, but then once again throwables and all the things coming in handy right now. Bang Bikal was the one who was throwing it all out there, but then Captain and Demon in one house, Kazi and Niku on the other one. Are they going to go for the fight or not? Because once again, a Cold War has started. And Lake, I spotted Lake out there.
Yeah. Once again, that man is the only man surviving, and the moment he dies is going to be, we lose one more team in that overall team.
We lose
round.
the first team maybe,
yeah,
or
we
something.
lose the first team. But for Lake, I think going down on 11, going down on 12, going on 13 is not going to matter. That is just going to give him 1 point because now he has lost any ability to get kills unless he goes for steals, unless he goes for those players
or
who have already been knocked down.
Extreme from Salty Squad doing a
but
1v4 or something.
even in that situation, Extreme was in a really close quarter situation. And Lake, he has to be really careful. Yeah, if he gets caught out in the exact situation as Extreme and the players run in towards him, he can actually pull off a 1v4 and get 4 extra kills. But to get that 1 extra point for himself, right now he at least minimum needs to get into the top 10. Because at that point is when his position points become 2. Or he has to steal kills to get those points somehow or the other. But whatever it may be, Nepali Ho Ni, they are in a really bad situation. And what was Niku trying to do? Just trying to bait out players from the side of Bang, I think. Trying to force them to move into one general direction. On the other side, look at this. Captain is going to go for that high ground. And if he has a scope, he can actually go in to spot the players from the side of Bang. LTD has moved quite far back. He is behind that rock, and Captain...
He has been spotted.
Yeah, with that M4 and that 3x, can he make it happen? Oh, the shots being fired on towards the side of Captain. He's going to go for that crouch once again. Fighting in the open is never going to be advised because you can be taken out.
Good evens, LT is down to 1 HP by Bang Bikal. Does the damage, and this damage will be catastrophic as he'll be popping out a first aid. The first aid that should not have been popped out right now. It should have been saved up for later maybe because right now it's important. Niku is down to 17-ish HP as Lake spots him. LDT goes down. The first shot, the first blood has been taken out of this fight, and LDT, there's no cover for him. There's no revive for him. Team players will have to go backward. Bikal is going on to him. Niku has the smoke on his left. Knows Bang SS is out there, and Bikal is going forward just to revive his player because this is where they lose time. As YCL, he has also been spotted. Badrev goes for T2K Bolli Hang and also would like to finish him, and YCL is low on health. Right now, Bang is in a lot of trouble. 1971 also coming from behind for Bang SS. Has he spotted him or not? That's going to be something. Going for a smoke. I think Bang SS, he's going for a cover smoke and would like to move towards his players. And I think they're going to go from this direction now.
Yeah, TX are just going to avoid this combat and they are going to try and get out of that situation. That was actually really smart. Usually when you are in those close combat situations, you pull back and... there are two situations where you are going to pull back. Either you are pulling back to disengage and try and get away from that fighter. Oh, and talking about getting away, one man who is not going to do that is going to be Lake. He's going to be taken out, and we are down to 15 teams finally. But talking about teams going out, INES lose Evil Eye, lose Machine to the players from the side of T2K, and Evil Eye, he has been knocked down. Tier is quite close, but can he actually survive the situation? INES with just 2 players alive. Tier is the only man left standing. T2K so fast. Could we see the second team go down as well? And Hunter is going to take out Evil Eye. He has been taken out of this game, and Tia is going to be dropped as well, and that is going to be it. INES take their exit from this second game of Sanhok.
2 teams eliminated. 1 player who survived so far gets eliminated on 16th only. I mean, that is a game changer for Nepali Ho Ni as a whole, because this is going to be a really, really bad situation for NHN. 1971, Bang outside the server, currently fighting, currently trying to make their way, but they are gonna meet TX and T2K inside the server, inside the zone. So let's see what happens. And Saluwaiti is on a really different direction.
And look at this, T2K, they disengaged from the fight with Bang. They moved into the circle and now they are waiting on the edge of the circle. I think they are going to set up a trap for when Bang in 1971 they try to rotate. But now Bang right now in the blue zone are going at it with the players from the side of 1971 Gladiators.
Look at the zone shift. The zone just shifted incredible way. And Bang YCL goes down by T2K Shari with that headshot of M4 Bang, because you don't pay enough respect to the circle, and now the circle is going to be the one that's not going to pay respect to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is what is happening out here in the second game, and I think we are going to see a lot of players going down by the play zone once again. R3D Private trying to spot someone. He spots one from the Rivals, and Rivals UI, one shot on him, two shot on him, one more shot, and yes, Private steals the kill. Trigger is out there still. Trigger is in that area of that ridge where he is safe for now. Private, on the other hand, would like to find another one. If he spots another one, I think Rivals Noob was spotted. Yes, he was. First shot, second shot, and that was enough for today, folks, as no more shots connecting on him. Private still trying to go for another desperation, as R3D is 4 kills strong. Look at IR2 using a buggy in Sanhok. That's a bold move.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a bold move, but now he's trying. Was he trying to rotate towards the side of players? The blue zone is starting to shift, and these teams are going to be in trouble. Rival Slayer is going to be dropped, and he's going to be finished off as well. Rivals, they are in the blue zone, and now R3D have already started moves, so they can actually stop, turn around, and wreak havoc on these teams right behind them. If the from the side of KS, he has a bike on him, so he is going to be making a fast rotation. Slows down, stops for his teammate. Is going to pop a first aid as well, but KS Godfather was spotted in the water, but that was just a bait. IR2 from the side of R3D, he's going to be dropped. PN lose 2 players. Avsek is going to be finished off as well, and Mafia Ninja is going to go down as well. Mafia Ninja being finished off by the players of TX. Blend was knocked down earlier. He's going to be finished off as well, and that just leaves one player from the side of PN Gaming alive. But KX, now they move in. R3D Devils, they have 2 players on the other side of the island. Rivals Trigger, he spots Miraz and drops him really low. Play zone finishing off though.
One thing, Rivals is so outside the circle right now, and so is 1971 Saluwaiti. They don't know each other. Grenade comes in from Saluwaiti, takes on one player. This fight is happening on another planet as they are outside the circle. I mean, this is going to be really, look at their locations. Look at Science Show. Look at Saluwaiti. They are engaging so outside the circle. They have to cross a river right now. They are not reaching the circle. Private takes on KS Sanox. That is so bad out there. TX captain needs to put up a first hit, does it. Trigger and Saluwaiti, who spots him? Saluwaiti takes the win out in this one, but he has a fight that is with the circle. We'll have to see what happens. And T2K Hunter, he using a first hit out there. T2K Legend, he goes down by the play zone. Shari is out there. Level 3 helmet, level 2 vest, but the zone is gonna still do damage to him. Using a first hit, popping it out, but will that be enough, as he is trying to go the slow walk with the first aids. But then once he reaches a circle, I think it's going to be a party ready for him.
Yeah, there is definitely going to be a party, but Captain, he's going to be dropped really low, and PN Anish is going to take a kill for himself, but Anish is going to be taken down, and that is going to be it. PN Gaming exiting the game at 12th position. R3D IR2 is going to take a hit from Ifti, but once again, a lot of teams. We have 4 teams who are trying to fight it out in the blue zone right now, and they have to be really careful because they are losing players rapidly, and players are dropping like crazy. Look at the kill feed. KS Axe is going to be taken out of this game entirely. Now we have 3 teams who are fighting in the blue zone: R3D, T2K, and 1971 Gladiators. On the other side, A1 Esports are losing a lot of players, and as I was saying about taking exits, R3D Devils are going to do the same with 8 points to them right now. On the other side, Sinistro from 1971 Gladiators actually makes it.
He makes a grand appearance inside the circle, but Circle once again is making an appearance on him. Salty squad right in front of him. 140 meters is the distance he has to cover. Now he knows that there are players. Can he spot them? He has spotted them, but will he be firing on them? Hype Dalion goes down. This might be the end of Hype out there, but then SK49 goes up for a cover fire, but then SK49 also falls down by Pyro players. Hype is being contested by 2 different teams. Hype Dalion will be finished by Pyro. Myth ES, Smoky Myth ES takes on 7C Masquerade. It's 7C versus Hype versus Pyro. That is one thing that is happening. TX Kazi, T2K Hunter, can they spot him? T2K Hunter is still being won with the zone right now, but then Niku and Demon, if they spot him, yes they do. Pyro Smoking ES actually takes on and team 10 to kill, gets him eliminated. on 9th spot. We are down to 8 teams, ladies and gentlemen. 25 players alive. Paroyama ES goes down. Hype is trying to make their way inside the circle. So does 7C, but then Play Zone eats up Hype. SK49 is trying to eat up more players as Salty Xtreme pops up a smoke. Would like to go into the smoke. A1 ES Chante take goes for 1971, and that will be the end of 1971. And Hype Gurkha YT also falls down as Prototype is the lone survivor for Team Hype. Pyro smoking ES, and Team Hype goes down as Play Zone eats up Hype Prototype on the 7th spot. A big exit for them, but still they'll be having 5 points right now. But Salty Xtreme, Salty squad, this can be their game, but between them and the zone is Wolves 10. Can they actually spot the players? But then Wolves 69 spots AJ, takes Salty AJ down. 69 is in a bad situation, but he will be able to secure his kill right now as the smoke helps him. Rusin, Xtreme, and Nima. 3 players on the other hand. Wolves, ironic. 6-9, 2 players with Dictator on one side. Let's see what happens at Salty Xtreme. The snakes are slithering. The snakes are moving in forward right now. Xtreme and Nima, they stood up. Salty Rusin stands up and they are going for it. Nima with his Uzi. Can he do some damage? No, he can't, as he has been taken out by A1 ES Dante. A1 Esports is ready for a fight. They are just cornering each and every team and trying to take them down. Wolves 6-9 can spot Salty Xtreme, and that can be the end of Salty Xtreme. But then Dictator is also in that direction. Nima, will he be able to get a revive right now as Rusin? Nope, he is not getting a revive. I don't think so, but he is dropping some things for Rusin to pick up. And Team Pyro gets eliminated on 6. 5 teams, 15 players. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is going to be incredible, but one thing is not going to be incredible. Dictator firing those shots on Xtreme. Xtreme already taking some damage, has dropped down to around 80% health. But now 6-9 is split from his teammate. And on the other side, Killfeed, 7Cs, and A1 Esports are going to go against each other. A1 Esports player Dante is going to get a kill on the player of the side of Salty. Salty, they have to be careful as well, because look at this. 7C, they are on the high ground. And talking about A1 Esports, Aruz is going to drop Xtreme and finish him off as well. Now, Salty, they are going to be in trouble, because Rusin is the only man left standing, and he is in the blue zone as well. He has to worry about 7C, he has to worry about Wolves, and this is going to be trouble. The player Rusin is going to be in trouble. Not anymore. He's going to be taken out of the game, and Salty squad take the exit. We are down to 3 teams remaining. It is going to be 7C, it is going to be Xtreme, it is going to be Wolves 10. All the teams that did not get any chicken dinners during that time in the group stage. Dictator being spotted out by Aruz. Aruz is going to be dropped. Oh, he wasn't. He was so close to getting knocked down, but he survived with literally 1 HP on himself. On the other side, TX, they have 2 players knocked down. Nico is the only man left standing. Wolves, they have to be careful. TX, Nico, he has to be even more careful, because Demon, he was bleeding out. Now he's dead. Captain is still at 50% health. He is bleeding out quite slowly. Nico is quite close. He needs some smokes to go in for the revives. Aruz, he has healed up. 7Cs, they have the man advantage in their favor. Wolves with 2 players, 7Cs with 2 players as well. TX being taken out, Captain being taken out, is going to be leaving with Nico, the only man surviving for his squad. 6-9 taking a lot of damage from the blue zone. Nico is going to be spotted out by Pathetic. Pathetic is going to take him out, and that is going to come down to 5 players from 2 teams. But 6-9, he's fighting in the blue zone. He's going to take a lot of damage, and Hades is going to drop him. But 6-9 is going to be not going to go down in vain. Hades was knocked down earlier. It is going to be a 2 versus 1 situation. Dictator 6-9 is rotating from the other side, trying to give his teammates some information as to where the players from the side of 7C are. Aruz has been dropped to 60% health. On the other side, Pathetic is still pretty healthy. Dictator, he has to be really careful, because the zone is right behind him, and Hades comes in for a revive. Aruz is going to try and distract Dictator from the fact that their teammate is going to be revived soon. And once
because the Molotov is on him, he can't actually do anything. The Molly is on him, he's going from the Molotov, and that was an incredible game. Dictator goes down, and this is the end. And 7Cs, the team that just barely qualified, has a chicken dinner right now.
Chicken dinner and 9 kills in total, so 29-point play coming in from the side of 7C. And this goes to show, if you keep surviving long enough, one of these days you will get the chicken dinner.
I mean, that was really good. I mean, I remember 7C's best performance till date was 2nd position.
Yeah.
They had one in the same map only, and right now they just came back and they have a 1st position in their hand. 7C, like, they just obliterated each and every team out, and 9 kills is a big number. It's a good number, to be honest. But then the teams that that did really good in the previous match. They just, failed to surprise us once again.
Yeah, they failed to surprise us once again. It is going to be Nepali Ho Ni as well, taking that early fight. You do not want to fight in the early stages. The early stages are supposed to be for being safe. And in the later stages, well, that disengage coming in from the side of TX against Bang, that was actually really smart, because we always talk about this. You do not want to waste time outside the zone. You want to rotate into the zone and stay on the edge as much as you can, or if you are comfortable with taking a lot of fights, be in the center, because that is one of the most contested areas. If you want easy fights, just stay on the edge and catch the teams that are coming in off guard. So TX engaged against Bang, moved in a little bit, and then stayed on the edge and waited for Bang and 1971 Gladiators. But then they waited so much that the blue zone actually came in on them, because Bang were actually wasting their own time fighting 1971 Gladiators, and that entire fight was delayed a lot. And people who were actually quite far in the zone started to capitalize on that. Like, we did see people dropping outside the blue zone just because people inside, the people who were safe, were actually shooting on them, and that is actually you basically were giving yourself a handicap in game.
I mean, yeah, that's like some of the things that teams need to focus on. And yesterday also that happens. If you remember, yesterday 7C was trying to make their way into the zone and were caught from behind as well. So these are also some of the things that matter. It's all about, once again, let's go to the game sense and mind strategies. It's all about mind strategies. Some players try to overcome it even in the 6th or 7th zone. They are like, if a player is right in front of them, if he goes for the zone, maybe we can secure one kill, and that one kill also makes a lot of difference in the final standings. As we remember, as we remember in the last game, PN Gaming stood up first, Hype came out second because of that, teeny tiny one point difference, and that sometimes shows up players' mentalities as well. You want to be an aggressive player, but the zone is not letting you be. You still go for that kill point. You still go for it even if you are dying. You are giving your team a kill by yourself, by sacrificing yourself, and that comes up as a positive aspect for the team. Negative for you, no doubt. That's gonna be a bad impact. But still, if you have that aggression in you, you can show it in the next game as well.
Yeah, you can take it over to the next game, but for this time around, a lot of teams were taking a hit, and we were waiting for Lake OP from the early on stages, and we were wondering where he was going to end. But talking about individual players, let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see who it is and how many kills they got. It is going to be 7C's Aruz.
Oh, the favorite man of Varun out there. Aruz, 3 kills, 540 damage, 25 minutes, 5 seconds was his survival time, and then 352 was his distance covered, like equivalent to Sanhok. He just covered all of the distance of Sanhok. But then those 3 kills, those 3 valuable kills for the team of 7C's. Like, the team has 9 kills in total, and he has 3 out of them. So that also shows a really good thing about him, that he, apart from getting the positions, he gets the kills this time, and that's a good thing.
Once again, this time 7C, they had the advantage that all the players were alive, so Aruz might have felt a little bit more comfortable, because usually it's just him just crawling and
but then 7C's had all players alive. NHN kind of lost all their players, but we will see which teams were in between them from 1st to 16, as 7C obviously 29, Team Xtreme on 2nd with 18. Team Xtreme has a good comeback in this game. Wilsden out there on 3rd position, Team Pyro out there on 4th, but one thing, see, Wilsden was 2nd. That's one thing that I was thinking about, but then Team Xtreme had good amount of kills, and those kills actually contested them up. Team Pyro on 4th, A1 Esports is in top 5. Salty Squad making a good comeback out there with just 1 kill, but then good position points takes them up to 6th position. R3 Devils on 7th, and the Team T2K on 8th. This actually means the teams that were 1st and 2nd on the previous match are going on to 9 to 16.
Yeah, Salty Squad actually had a really good standing, but as you said, since they only have 1 kill, they were dropped down quite low. But talking about dropping down, let's have a look at the bottom 8. 1971 Gladiators on the 9th position, KS Axe on the 10th, Team Hype on the 11th, PN Gaming on the 12th, Ultimate Bang on the 13th, INES on the 14th, Rivals X on the 15th, and the biggest surprise of it all, Nepali Ho Ni on the 16th.
Nepali Ho Ni on 16th, but Team Hype, 5 placement points. That even if they had 1 kill, it would have taken them to a different level. But then those 5 placement points and 0 kill points, that 0 is actually outshining out there, because that is not a good thing. If
Yeah.
you have that capability, you should be actually going for it once again. But then obviously they were kind of caught off guard, and that just toppled everything for them.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be it. But before that, let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see which of the players are joining Aru's. We have Anzil from R3D Devils with 4 kills for himself, 493 damage. Then it's going to be TX Captain with 3 kills, 67 damage. Aruz is going to be third with 3 kills, 540 damage. Ifti is going to be fourth with 3 kills, 513 damage. And Pyro Smokin is going to be fifth with 3 kills and 476 damage. And with that, after 2 games, let's have a look at the overall standings and see how now, since all 3 groups have played some games, let's see where the teams are standing. Obviously Group A teams are going to have a little bit more points, but Rising Nepal with 4 games played are still going to be first, and INES, even though they have 6 games played, are going to be second.
They are still trying to go for it, but then 2 teams on 69 position, 69 points, sorry, not 69 position, 3, 4. I mean, this is one thing.
Yeah.
7C and Xtreme. You see that they are actually going up and down. That's one thing. And Team Hype on 5th, Nepali Ho Ni on 6th, Rivals on 7th, and TDP on 8th. This is,
Yeah.
one thing. But then I want to see till 24th what is the points difference overall.
Yeah, the massive difference that was there, is it still going to be there? That's the question we all have to ask. But Wolves Den with 6 games played are going to be on the 9th position. And PN Gaming, look at the consistency, 6 and 2. And 39 and 29. The 10-point difference is there. PN Gaming, if they make it up today, they are going to be ahead of the teams that are in this top 9 situation from Group A. But on the other side, talking about Deadeyes Guys, they are going to drop down to 12. KTM Rage are going to drop down to 13. Elementrix is going to be 14th. 1971 Gladiators on the 15th. Damn Classy is going to be on the 16th. Look at this. A lot of teams from Group B with just 4 games played still managing to stick in that situation. On the other side, Vibes are going to be on the 17th, and KSAX with 6 games played are going to be on the 18th now. Still, it's 21 points for themselves. That is just that is quite unfortunate. 9 points for placement.
Yeah, I mean that
after
is one
6
of the
games.
Yeah, but then still they tried to go for the kills in one of the games, but then that did not turn out. But then after that it's 2 games, and obviously Ultimate Bank, they still have a chance. They just play 2 games and have 7 as their total point. But then we'll have to see how it all changes up the pace. But then one of the things that there will be one thing, KSX 18th. That's quite a lot of difference from the first position. As 6 games, they also.
Ocean, you are good at maths, right?
No.
9 placement point with 6 games. What's the average come down to?
It's bad.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be bad. But the good thing for them is they still have 2 more games to play today, so
Probably.
they have a chance of climbing up that ladder. But those games are going to happen after the break. We'll be right back. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Semi-Finals. My name is Varun John, and Ocean, what are you doing, my man?
I was just trying to make a dramatic appearance for something, but okay. So hi everyone, welcome back to the third game of Miramar, and now don't copy me. Welcome back to the third game of Miramar. My name is Ocean Sharma, and this is Varun Super Johnny John. And yes, the third game is gonna be incredibly amazing because no team has played Miramar so far in this stage. I mean, obviously they have played Miramar, but in this stage, it's gonna be a different one because the teams that have had played 6 matches, they'll be having a bit of experience over other teams, but the teams who have just played 2 matches, they are young and fresh.
Yeah, they are definitely going to be young and fresh this time around. And as we saw, KSX, even with 6 games played, they are not making it into the top 16 right now. That should not be the case with you guys, because the teams with 2 games, if they are down in the bottom 8 of the overall table, that makes a lot of sense. But with 6 games being there, that is a bit scary. But before that, let's have a look at the top 10 players so far and see how these guys are doing. We have INES Badrev with 15 kills for himself, 3700 damage, 20 minutes average survival time. On the other side, look at this. RNX Sonam, 14 kills, 2500 damage, good stats, but 26 minutes survival time.
That's because they survived each and every game of yesterday till the end or something like. They
but then comes his teammate.
Yeah, and Alex White is out there. I mean, this team with just yesterday's games, they have an incredible stat amount. 14 kills for Sonam, 10 kills for Alex Whitey, 1847 damage, 18 minutes 48. He actually died pretty fast in the first game, if you remember. And then 7C Pathetic is out there. 7C is playing today, and they are doing really good. And TX Kazi is also out there with 9 kills, so we'll have to see what happens. And Hype Leon with 9 kills once again. So 4 players have 9 kill stats, and after that it's 8, 8, 8. That's good. And Hype Leon, obviously Hype coming up with an incredible second dinner. He deserves that spot. INES making an appearance once again. Evil Eye 9 kills. 7C making an appearance once again. So it's INES, 7C, INES, Rising Nepal, Hype, all those big players, the big leagues and the teams that have had chicken dinner or are close to chicken dinner. INES, I think they had one yesterday or anything. Rising Nepal had 2. 7C has 1, Hype has 1. So the teams with chicken dinners, they are keeping up with the kills.
Yeah, they are definitely keeping up the kills, but some of the teams, some of the bigger names from the entire South Asia scene are missing from this cable. I'm talking about Nepali Ho Ni, talking about A1 Esports. But now let's have a look at the head-to-head between the first and the second in the overall and see how these guys are doing. It's Badrev and Sonam from Rising Nepal. One player, Badrev, has 15, Sonam has 14 kills, and Rising Nepal with just 4 games. Damage 2500 to 37, so the difference is going to be there, but the kills are still quite close. Healing done is almost the same with 924 to Badrev and Sonam sitting on 949. Distance traveled 36 to 21. Once again, the number of games being played coming into account there. And headshot is going to be 2 and 1. And once again, INES, they just started out their day today.
Badrev had. So you're telling me that Badrev had just 2 games, and in those 2 games he has 36 kilometers of distance traveled. In those 2 games, he has 15 kills in total. In those 2 games, he's the #1 kill leader out there. That's incredible.
INES just stepping up big, and I think they will definitely contest Rising Nepal for that overall spot, because this team has been pretty incredible, and as you said, they were always like really close to actually taking home the dinner even during the group stages. The performances from this entire team were looking good, but it felt like something was a bit off about them, and I guess they figured it out, they fixed it, and now here is where they stand so far, so close to competing for the first spot. But once again, coming back to the discussion, alright, some of the teams with 2 games are going to be in the bottom 8, but the other teams, the teams that we expected to do really well, are taking a big dip right now. It's like Salty Squad not performing as they should have. Elementrix has started to take a dip as well, but Elementrix is not playing today. On the other side, A1 Esports, once again, they are playing decent games, but it's not what we expected from them.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of something. But then, if we have to talk about the previous games as well, I mean, 7Cs, they just stood out. And then
Yeah.
Team Xtreme, that there was, they just stood out. So, if anything, we'll be going to look at, we'll be watching the head-to-head with these two teams as well. I mean, one good thing, they are good in kills.
Yeah.
They both have equal amount of kills. But then the damage stats, if you're just looking, Xtreme is about to hit that 7,000 mark, even if they just knock someone in
Yeah.
the next game. So, that's one of the things. And 4838 for Team 7C. I mean, it's low, but it's still there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be there. And look at the healing these two teams have done. 2,900 to 3,200. Still quite close over there. And so you guys might be wondering, these stats look quite close. Where do these teams stand? They stand next to each other. They both have 69 points for themselves.
I mean, yeah, and 2 headshots and 5 headshots for both the players. I mean, it's kind of that, topsy-turvy cup that they are going through. They are equivalent to each other. But for how long?
Yeah, for how long, in fact, because they are...
One good thing I'm going to tell you, like, I just got a notification and your boy has completed 40,000 Instagram followers just right when we were in the break. That also is a good stat. That also is a good stat. That also is a good stat.
So, yeah, the guy has 40,000. I need 5 more to make it 400. So please, it's like Warren Super Johnny John at I Super Johnny and Ocean Sharma at Ocean Sharma.
Follow my guy. If you're going to follow him, follow me as well, please.
Fun fact: his actual name is Ocean as well. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I can show you my Aadhaar card.
No,
but
that
please
would
don't
actually be
that
personal information.
has a
we do
terrible
not want.
photo. I did not know that Snapchat filters existed while I was going for the Aadhaar card shot or something.
Talk about filters. One of the interesting thing that we are seeing was the filtering of actually players.
Yeah.
That was happening as well. So that sort of transitioned really well, and the word reminded me as to we were talking about the teams just laying out traps and just finishing off 1 or 2 players, whichever one they could spot out, and that was actually incredible, but it is risky. It is like a high risk, high reward situation. And
all right, one more thing. I would like to ask my audience as we go for the audience engagement. I have one question for you. You guys know a new update is coming like really soon, right? And that new update, there are speculations Uzi might have a scope on it. It might have Erangel 2.0. All those big things like Erangel 2.0, the full revamped Erangel version will be out there. Uzi will be having a scope. That means Uzi's range is going to increase, but its damage is going to be decreased by 1 point, and that means Uzi is going to be equivalent to MP5K after that. MP5K in Weekendy and Uzi in Erangel. So many stats differences are going to come, and also Scar L is going to be really good if you're using it aim assisted in the next update. So 6 times spray with Scar L is going to be much more effective. I mean, the damage of Scar L is going to be lesser than M4, but the 6 times spray of Scar L is going to be much more effective with if we'll be comparing with M4. So I want to ask you guys, what actually you want in the next update of PUBG? What is your wish list? Which mode do you want? What thing do you want? Just comment it out there, and maybe if someone is watching out there, they might think of an idea. You might be giving up some amazing ideas. Like you might be wanting, no, we want planes in, no, not planes. But we want something amazing. We want an RPG in a classic match. Just imagine if an airdrop gives us, and a new airdrop gun is coming. That is DBS. It's a shotgun, and it will be in airdrop. So just comment out there what new thing do you want, and we are going to be focusing on the match as we are heading towards the third match of Miramar, Puerto Horacio, La Cabrera, Torre Amuda, El Azahar, San Martin, Junkyard, Minas Generales, La Bendita, Los Leones, and Picado. Pretty good areas to land at.
Yeah, pretty good areas, and Asia the Piltron is going to be there as well. Water treatment plant is a weird place to be at in certain situations, but once again, I'm going to talk about safety. If you are planning to be safe, if you are planning to survive to the later situations,
10 bucks says the zone is going to head towards Chumasera. Please do that. What do you think?
I think by now you have a gambling problem, my man.
No, I just like to make out the things, because it's like how do you predict the zone even in that playing part? So that's one of the things that I'll just like to go for. It's like, can you understand the game that well? That's one of the things that I just like to challenge myself with.
Yeah, that is once again where the RNG is going to come and play. If RNG is on your side, then you will definitely have the circle in your favor. But look at this. 1971 Gladiators, first one to exit the plane, are going to take the spot at Puerto Parazio. But this time, Los Leones, it is quite crowded over there. Oh boy, that is going to be intense.
3 big names out there. Salty Squad, Ultimate Bang, and Hype. 3 big names out there in Los Leones, and PN is okay. Chumasera is out of the circle. I mean, okay, that's Thank you very much, PUBG gods. You have been really kind towards me. And La Bandita, Los Generales, Junkyard, El Azad, those are big names, those are big areas. Pecado,
Yeah.
R3D is out there in Pecado in 1971, like you said, in Puerto Paraíso, making out the first exit. But obviously, they won't be wanting to have the first exit of the server.
And 7C have gone for a weird split. Pathetic has headed towards the northern side, Torre, and on the other side, his teammates, they have to be really careful because they could get collapsed upon by the side of rivals and wolves. Oh man, and why do I find that funny? Because look at this, TX Kazi, he is outside the circle, his teammate, TX Captain, is on water treatment, and the other two teammates are just on the southern side of, they are on Hacienda del Patron. Like, what even is this team thinking going in the splits? And that too at a high priority location.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing that sometimes happens or sometimes does not happen and things like that. You just need to keep up the pace with the game and all those things. As of now, as a circle in Miramar, it's gonna be a slow pace, but then sometimes Miramar actually takes up a big fight as Pyro players are trying to spot T2K, but will that be enough or won't that be enough? That's one thing that we'll have to see.
Yeah, that we will definitely have to wait for that one. But on the other side, I think T2K, they are just gonna try and get away from this one. Right now, Pyro are on the inner side of the circle. T2K, their car has taken a lot of damage. Do they have any guns for themselves? I don't think so. On the earlier stages, Pyro, they have the control of the compound. So one of the players, even if one guy has guns, T2K, all of them could actually be taken out. But now Chari, Hunter, Bolihang, they have gotten down from the car. Legend, he is trying to be a distraction from the side, making a lot of noise while he just drives around in a circle and is just going to go away from this entire situation. On the other side, Chari, Hunter, and Bolihang, they are going to run away on foot. But that is going to be tricky because now comes Smokin. He is on the other side of the ridge, but on the other side we have another player. Trevs was in the compounds, but now he's still sticking around, so just letting the players from squad number 17 get away quite safely. These guys are good guys.
These guys are so far so good. I mean, if anything, but then we'll have to see. I mean,
Yeah.
Pyro has a good ridge advantage out in this area, but then in the early stages, I don't think so. That's going to be a problem because in less than 30 seconds, some of them will have to find a new location in the zone, probably. And obviously, all the other players will also have to do that as the zone is about to commence in less than 30 seconds. And A1 Esports, INES, Bang, 7Cs as well. They kind of have to get into the zone. T2K also has to make a move for the zone. But then NHN and KS, the teams that engaged in the previous fight, they are ready for it once again in the Impala section.
Yeah, once again, the last time it was KS who actually finished off almost every single player on the side of NHN except Lakhe OP, the man who survived, the man who made it, basically. On the other side, INES, they have full control of the side of El Pozo, so they are going to be pretty much happy about it. But Sinistro from the side of 1971 Gladiators is going to spot out KS Miraz, and he is going to be dropped instantly now. Sinistro is going to go and finish off this man and get himself the first kill of the game with that Scarl. His teammates are here. They're going to loot his dead body and see what he had. KSX instantly losing their first player within the first 5 minutes of the game.
They are not going to be happy about it. Having a bad run right now overall, and they just don't want to continue that bad run. So right now, KS Sanox and Godfather, they're going to take this van and just going to move away from this area, obviously trying to find a much safer spot if they do it, but I don't think so that luck is going to be in their favor because if they just, FT's out there, right? If they just take FT and just move to another spot, they'll just have to worry about and think that they should not be finding someone else as their opponent, someone else as a second player, a secondary player. If that thing happens, let's see what happens in all of this. T2K Shari, on the other hand, just barely not barely, he's solely surviving as of now on the underside. And then Pyro Trev ES also out there on the ridge area, still in that ridge area, still in that particular position, that particular point. Let's see what happens as the fight commences. And NHN, well, let's see what NHN actually goes for it.
Yeah, so I asked you, they played 6 games, they have 9 points, that's like 1.5 point per game.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so that is not looking too good for the side of KS Axe. They have to pump up, they have to step on that pedal and try and grind it out in here. Otherwise, this entire semifinals is not going to go in their favor. On the other side, we have INES just taking control of an entire city for themselves. Now KS just move on towards the edge of the entire island, and they are just trying to hide in just one or two buildings for themselves. That can work out in their favor, but once again, they have to be careful, because if they engage in a fight in that situation, they are pretty much cornered now, because they don't have anywhere to fall back from or fall back on. They don't have that many disengaging options. The only option they will have for themselves is going to be to fight it out and try and survive. But now, talking about surviving, we have the squad from the side of Hype. They are going to make it into the zone, and they are going to be safe in the play zone now, looking for a place to camp, looking for a place to hide it out till the next circle is formed and they know where they are supposed to head.
When first game was a good one for them, the second game was quite bad for them, but then they are ready for the third game. And will that third game be the game changing for them? That's one thing we'll have to see. And Pyro once again is trying to make the move. Pyromyth ES really close to T2K Shari. Let's see what happens, and let's see how the movements actually take place, as we shall be moving towards the circle area, towards the zone area, and towards all of the areas. But right now, Myth ES, if not spotted, his sixth sense knows that there is a player out there, as he has heard the footsteps, and now he'll be clearly watching those footmarks. T2K Shari in that building, picks up an AKM and M4 in his hand. Another player might go down. Pyromyth ES, he is trying to spot a location or a good area where his nade will be the most valuable one, but I don't think so as of now. If anything, he can just rush, because as of now his opponent T2K Shari will be kind of deaf with that grenade sound. A grenade does a damage that can deafen you in a 15 meters radius for 3 seconds. Two players of Pyro, one trying to make that movement. Smokin and Myth, are they ready for it? Yes, they are. Shari has been spotted. Myth has goes down, and so does Smokin. Two players have been taken down. Shari is not going to waste this movement. Finishes first. Would like to finish the second one as well. Incredible 1v2 by T2K Shari. You are trained to kill, and you are showing it with your incredible skill, my boy.
Yeah, once again surviving a 1v2 and wiping down two players from the other squad. The man is going to be a legend later on, but now his teammates are coming and talking about things coming in. It is the first airdrop coming in with the AWM, the tac stock for the rifles and the SMGs, and the level 3 kit with the armor helmet and the backpack. So on the map of Miramar, map that has been deemed the map of snipers, and AWM is the best thing you could ask for.
Totally. I mean, that was a pro play, and look at this, the circle shifting, and circle is supporting PN Gaming, Nepali Ho Ni, KS, and obviously rivals. But then look at this thing, Hype is also in the middle, and the airdrop was also coming out in that area, and each and every other team has to rotate inside the circle. If anything, if players are not giving enough response to the circle, I think we can actually just see players trying out of the blue zone as well. But then look at this, A1 Esports is outside the circle, Wolves and INES 7C Ultimate Bank, these squads are still taking a fight with the circle.
Yeah, 5 teams in the blue zone right now. It is going to be up to them to make the rotations and fall back in. A1 Esports, Kapshi actually makes it in first for his team, but on the other side, T2K, they are still engaged with the side of Pyro. Pyro still surviving with 2 people. Trev is there, Yama is there, but on the other side, Hunter, Chari, and Legend, they are going to go in for this hunt. And if you remember, Pyro was the team that chased them out of that high ground complex that they were in earlier on. So T2K, in a sense, this is going to be their revenge situation. All right, we took control of that area. That was our place. How dare you come in? But now, Yama and Trev, both of them being spotted. Hunter with that 3x on that M4 is going to dish out some damage, dropping Yama down to 40% health. On the other side, Trev, he's on the first floor. He's close to a window, looking to peek on Hunter. Yama, he is left with nowhere to run, but Lake is going to go blow up the players from the side of PN, and Blend is going to be taken down. The nades being thrown, they fall a bit short right outside the building, and that is not going to do anything for the side of Pyro. The smoke being popped on the roof, Yama is looking for a way to get out of there and make it to the stairs from where he can run down and from where he can run away.
And Pyro Yama ES is also, just situated at the top of that building. He's just lying down, just snaking out with that smoke's help. As you can see, the smoke on his right. He knows that the players are going to be his demise. But then each and every player has to move inside the circle. PNFSec goes down by IR2. Hype Gurkha takes down PNFSec, finishes him. I mean, the kill has been stolen out there. INES Badr takes down T2K Shari. Pyro Yama ES is also out there. And so the circle, they have to get into the circle. 1,100 meters is a lot of distance to cover actually in that area, and we'll have to see what happens in all of this. Trev ES moving for the circle. You have to take this fight in your hands for the circle rotations and circle simulations, but then Chari is using a medkit, pops it out in the right time. This car is going to help them a lot to get inside the circle and to get inside that movement. We'll have to see what happens and how it all goes down. T2K Legend out there moving in forward. We'll have to see what happens. Chari, Hunter and Boli Hang, they will have to move inside that area as soon as they can.
Yeah, they will definitely have to make that rotation, but KS, they have to be careful as well because they had squad number 19 pass behind them. If they actually fire a shot, if they make a move, they are going to be hurt. But on the other side, Wolves, they are going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, quite literally. Ironic is going to try and ride it out of here. But on the other side, A1 Esports is right in front of him. Look at this, T2K outside the zone. INES, they just have Machine outside the zone, and he has to be careful so as to not take any damage from the players from the side of T2K. But Pyro, they are stuck in an even worse situation, and Wolves Ironic is going to be taken down by the players from A1 Esports. Dictator is going to be blown up as well, and Dante is going to finish off Ironic. Nude, he is coming with the buggy, and 6ix9ine is going to try, is just going to turn his van around.
I mean, probably that's one thing that he's going to do. And second airdrop has an AWM as well inside the water right now. Imagine the zone. Okay, yeah, the zone being on land. That's what I was going to say. And the zone is currently on land right now. One thing, R3D is in the center of the circle.
Yeah.
And so is Nepali Ho Ni right now. 1971 is looking kind of fairly decent out there, but then if they take fight against KS, if they can actually just go down, as he is solo out here. I mean, his team is on the left-hand side, but for now, this guy is just playing solo.
This guy is definitely playing solo. His teammates have left him. They have abandoned him. But once again, they have to be really careful. 1971 Gladiators, they are in the far off distance. You can see their names on the other mountain. But now T2K Legend, they have the high ground against Wolves, 6ix9ine and Nude, the only two players surviving. But using that buggy, using that van is going to make a lot of noise. And if they actually go in towards the players from the side of T2K, they are going to be spotted out. They are going to be finished off. That is how the other two players died. They were blown up. So you do not want the entire team to suffer basically the same demise. But now, talking about suffering same demise, is Team Pyro and Ultimate Bang still taking a lot of damage from the blue zone. Pyro surviving with just two players, but PN Mafia, he is gonna spot out Salty Xtreme, but Xtreme is he is good pretty fast.
Yeah, but Salty AJ goes down by 1971 Ryan, so Salty is kind of about to lose on one player. All of the players are just trying to move inside the circle as easy as they can. In 1971, they can just blast this car if they want to. The kill is theirs. It's just present out there for them. So we'll have to see what happens. Salty Rus and Salty Nima, as you guys can see, they are trying to find a good spot and can spot. 1971 can be spotted from Salty's location right now, as Salty Xtreme, he's just lying out there, but I think he will be spotted once again. Xtreme, one more shot, one single shot. If he just goes for it, AJ will be finished, and Science Show is moving forward. He knows that that guy is low on health. Xtreme will go down by Sallu Whitey. He has a kill in his hands right now, and Salty once again falling short.
Yeah, once again falling a bit short. Xtreme, he's going to be finished off by the players from the side of 1971 Gladiators. And then 1971 Gladiators, they will try and move on. But on the other side, A1 Esports, they are going to move in and they are going to try and lose this life. 3 players have already been knocked down. Dante is the only man surviving, and the players knocked down were knocked out in the open. Pyro, with just 2 players surviving, they will be able to get these kills, and Dante is going to be forced to run away, but Sinister is still standing. Sinister was finished off. Dante is the only man left standing, and even he does not have that much health. He's sitting at about 30% health for himself. Stranger was trying to move in, but he's going to be finished off. On the other side, Kapshi is slowly crawling down that ridge. Dante heals up to 75% health, but can he go for the revive? Can he make this from a 1v2 to a 2v2 and then take this fight? Here comes the blue zone. You have to be careful, my friend. If this collapses in on Kapshi, he is going to be a dead man. And on the other side, Dante is just going to leave Kapshi to die, and he is going to get away. But the next zone is going to be on the southern side of Junkyard. Kapshi, he is slowly going to die.
The play zone is actually eating them alive. Pyro Treves also goes down, and Team Pyro gets eliminated on 16th spot. Yama ES, as they just go down, and another airdrop coming up, and KS Axe with the bitter run are still actually really losing players fast, and they also get eliminated on 15. Look at those cars. Look at the cars junk that is actually going out there, and R3 Private just trying to spot them if he can. Because if he does, Hype Squad will be in danger. Hype was going for an airdrop, I think, but then they'll have to take the higher road right now as R3D is ready for the fight. They are ready for it. Schulte Rusin also goes down by NHN. Evil Eye with that Miramar's AWM takes on Bang LDT. I mean, Miramar, AWM. It's a good love story, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good love story if you are the guy with the AWM. It's a horror story if you are the one facing the battle, basically.
If your head is seen by the others.
Yeah. On the other side, Nima is going to be stuck in a really bad situation because his two teammates were taken down. Rusin has been knocked out, and 7C is right across from him. So he has to be really careful this time. And on the other side, Gurkha is just going to blow up R3D's IR2, and that is just going to be spelling trouble for the entire team. But now, Team Xtreme, they are moving on top of this mountain, are going to get a high ground. We have seen what teams can do with high ground. We're talking about Solti Squad. They are not going to do anything because they are going to take an exit at the 14th position. On the other side, R3D, they have lost one player, but now Hype is going to level the playing field, literally level the ground with them, and now they are looking to fight these three players right in front of them, taking down one early. IR2 was the one, but a nade is going to pop up, and Gurkha is going to be taken down. SK49, Prototype, the two men left standing. The good thing for them is the ridge that's there, but another grenade being thrown is going to miss its mark, but Kagura is not stopping. He has a lot of thrown utility, but the second one is going to miss its marks as well. And they have to be careful, because if you waste all these grenades, if you waste all these smokes, you are going to be left with nothing for the later stages of the game.
That grenade was a home run grenade. I mean, it traveled so much of a distance, and it just, took down one person down. No doubt, he is revived. Gurkha has been revived out there, but still, that was incredible. 1971 Nightwing also taking his fight on the other end of the circle, obviously trying to spot some players and take them down. R3D, once again, ready for the fight. They know that they can take a person down with the grenades only, but then now that they don't have the throwable utilities, obviously it's gonna create a lot of distance. And Bang Bikal, that Car 98, that 8x, can he spot someone? Because if he does, I think the heads are gonna pop. He's trying to divert his attention towards 7C's players. First shot kind of missed it, but then will the second shot be a charm, or will he actually have to try a bit more hard on this one? We'll have to see. But then Bang Bikal, he's just trying to spot some players randomly if he finds it. But trial and error, I think obviously he would like to do some damage to his opponents. R3D Private, he is trying to go forward or not. I think he's just trying to stay out in the cover. And 1971 versus Rivals. Another fight going on at the edge of the circle. But see, 1971, they have Rivals up front and a team out there in their back.
Yeah, they have to be really careful about this. And it is Nepali Ho Ni on the backs. Are they engaging in on the players from the 1971? We will see when we focus it on their team. But look at this. INES, they are in the circle. PN Gaming is in the circle. Hype is quite close, but they have to disengage the fight from the side of R3D before they actually try and move in. But on the other side, R3D, they focus their attention on towards the side of 1971 Gladiator. Sinistro has been spotted, but the shot was not fired. R3D, they are still being careful because you want to fight just one team at a time. Gole was spotted by the players from the side of R3D. He's going to be dropped. He's going to be taken out. And Nepali Ho Ni once again not looking too great. Hype Gurkha is going to return the favor, and Private was knocked down. Is going to be finished off. Reaper from a far off distance is going to drop R3D Season, and R3D Devils are taken out of this game. We have the fourth airdrop coming in with another AWM, the suppressor.
Three AWMs in this match right now, and one MK14. I mean, it's a DMRs and snipers match. Obviously, that's one thing that we are seeing. And TX even takes on T2K Hunter with a grenade, incredible grenade, and 7Cs. They are in a trouble right now. They have to move into the zone quite a bit, and a grenade takes down T2K Hunter. T2K Shari is also low on health. TX is going for a hellfire right now, and T2K Shari, if he goes down, it will be the end of Train to Kill, as well as Shari is so low on HP. He's tried, he just popped up a first aid out there. T2K Bowling Hang also has been taken on. Hype Gurkha, I think it's Gurkha's third or fourth knock or something. Like he has knocked so many players. Look at him. His health is so low, but still he is managing to take some fights. And 1971 is looking really bad. The tables have turned. Hype is looking for a fight. And A1E is Dante moving up forward, but still Hype is not phased. Hype Gurkha finishes one person, is down to 40 HP, will be taken down by NHN Vcash. Nepali Ho Ni comes into the equation, will be finishing Hype Gurkha. And yes, that was an easy finish for them. But then Hype squad, Prototype has popped up a first hit. SK49 is giving a revival out there, and so is Saluwaiti giving to Nightwing. A1ES is Dante still moving forward, and Bekal with that headshot. Finally, his Car 98 connects in. Its Car 98 kicks in. Let's see what happens.
Nepali Ho Ni, they have to be really, really careful because 7C is right next to them. But 7C, they are focused on the side of Bang. TX with 3 players. T2K Chari is right in front of them. But focusing on this fight again, here comes Vcash because he did take out Gurkha earlier, and now he's going to look to focus on the other players from these two teams. But this is going to be an interesting situation. Lanka on the other side is going to go in on the players from 1971 Gladiators, and INES are going to drop down Ryan. Rivals, they are engaging on 1971 Gladiators, and Ryan is going to be finished off. But now they have to be careful. Hype are on the lower ground. They are fighting on 2 different sides at the same time because they have one team on the other side of the ridge, and Vcash is right behind them. And now Nepali Ho Ni's Lake OP spots out SK49. He's going to be dropped, and that is going to be it for the side of Hype. They have been eliminated from this game, and Nepali Ho Ni are going to take their place. But that was a really bad spot that they were in, where they were fighting for. They were being engaged upon from every single direction, and look at this circle. Just one guy in there.
Yeah.
A1 Esports Dante, the only man surviving.
He is the only survivor, and NHN is so looking good with 7 kills right now. And they eliminated a really good team out there. Team Xtreme, 4 kills. Nepali Ho Ni, 7 kills. 1971 Gladiators is also out there with 7 kills. And look at this, 1971, 2 players surviving. Vcash has been taken off. That's 7C. Arus, Lake OP, that smoke is going to create a lot of diversion and difference, but then he is not going for it. Yes, he does, and applies a bandage. Uses a medkit instead. He's just, changing his plans and strategies on time drive. And 7C's pathetic. 4 players moving on to 1 player, and Vcash has been taken down. But then on the other side, Nightwing is actually going for it. Takes down Arus. Incredible spray by this guy. He does an incredible job, and he goes for it. And Master White has also been taken down by Saluwaiti. I mean, 1971 is raining hellfire. 7 kills. They would like to make it to 8 or 10 or something, some bigger number. A1 Esports Dante is taking fights in his hands as he's taking people down. TX Nico has been taken down, and TX Kazi also. This might be the end of TX. Mafia Ninja goes down by Rivals Noob, and INES in this compound. They were not able to actually switch their player, but then A1 Esports, they get eliminated. 9 teams and 20 players make it 18 and 8 as Team T2K also makes an exit.
Yeah, Dante dropped a lot of bodies before he was taken out by INES. The man was on a killing spree, but now Lake OP is going to look to spot the players from the side of 1971 Gladiators on that high ground. He has spotted them. Lake is the only man surviving for his team, so he has to be careful, and this is going to be a battle literally to be the king of the hill. Whoever is on the top of the mountain will have a huge advantage in these fights. 7C, they are left with 1 player as well. Hades, the only man surviving, and Nightwing is going to spot out Rival Slayer. He's going to be knocked down. He's going to be finished off by TX Captain. But whoa, it was 1971 Gladiators, but now Nightwing focuses on the other 2 players. Noob was spotted, but taking some damage in return for knocking him. Trigger, he has to be careful because Anish is hiding right behind him. 1971 Gladiators, they do have the high ground, but they are going to be at a disadvantage if they do not take out Anish from the side of PN Gaming. But on the other side, we are seeing bodies being dropped by the players from the side of 7C, and that was a jump shot coming in from Bang. YCL, he takes a lot of damage, but he ends up being the cause for the elimination of the team 7C, and Lake is going to be taken out. Nepali Ho Ni, bye-bye from this game. We are down to the top 6 teams, 12 people alive.
Bang squad is currently at the edge of the circle. They are going to be contested out there, and Team Xtreme is looking really at a bad spot as they are at the other edge of the circle. Ultimate Bang goes out on the 6th spot. 5 teams remaining, 10 people surviving in this barren area of Miramar. Let's see what happens as Junkyard becomes a playing field for the chicken dinner between the teams. P and Anish is out there surviving for PN Gaming for his team alongside rivals is Noob and Trigger. Trigger has been shot a bit. Trigger has been shot a lot, and Trigger has been down by TX Demon. It's down to rivals Noob, the only survivor. But on the other hand, INES is also looking up for a fight. 1971 Saluwaiti trying to spot some players. Will he be able to spot TX's other players as Captain and Demon trying to make a rush, trying to make a move. First shot hits, second shot hits, does not connect him but connects the buggy. But right now TX's Captain just lie down. Yes, that is good. That is good out there. But then a smoke comes out to him. A pan was actually interrupted erupting, but not anymore. STX goes out of the server. 8 people alive. 4 teams remaining. 1971's Nightwing goes down, all on the shoulders of Saluwaiti. But look at Tier. Tier is moving forward. He knows that he has done incredible and enough damage for the team to actually go down. That can be the end of 1971, but will it be? He's just trying to spot the players. But out there, I think Saluwaiti is moving forward. The smoke is going to help Tier a lot. He is using a barrel, but will this barrel do some damage? That is one thing we'll have to see. A grenade might come in handy, and yes, a throwable on his hands, but then the shots are being lined up perfectly on him. But look at this.
Whoa.
Anish for the demise of 1971 Gladiators. 2v1 situation.
I said this, if no one takes care of Anish, this man is going to wreak havoc on everyone else, because that is what PN Gaming is all about. Now, he makes it into the top 3. They just have 1 kill, but a lot of points are going to come his way if he actually makes it into the top 2. He just needs to wait out for the players from the side of rivals to die. And Noob is the only player alive. INES, they have a man advantage. This is going to be a 2v1v1. INES versus rivals versus Manish. Now, they have the high ground. As I said, it is going to be a king of the hill battle, and INES are on the top. A nade being thrown towards the side of rivals. Noob isn't going to connect. Noob, he might die. Oh, a lot of damage being done. Noob's dropped down to 50% health, but he trades the damage with Anish. Anish is looking to close the gap. The car is still there. If he actually blows it up, that is going to be it for the side of Noob. But both the players are healing up. INES, they are looking to close out this game as fast as they can. But the throwables coming in for being focused towards Noob, but that was just a Molotov. Falling a bit short is not going to do that much. But now, Badrev and Tia, they are going charging in down the mountain. Noob being spotted. Noob taking damage. Noob is going to be taken out. Now it's going to be a 2v1. Anish versus Tia and Badrev. Who is going to win this?
Anish knows the location as he has seen the heads, and they have seen the legs of Anish. This is going to be really, really bad. Look at them. Look at them. They are just trying to spot on that direction. The frogman movement coming in handy by INES Badrev, and that was an incredible movement out there. But then I think they are going to flank. Tia can go from one direction, and Badrev will try to spot and shoot on him, and that is going to be one thing that is going to make this difficult for Anish. Does he have smokes? He has 2 kills, and his team has 2 kills right now. That is one thing for P and Anish. If he clutches it, then his team will be having 4 kills, and 4 kills will be all for him. He will be the highest killed member from his team. But then the band is coming in handy, but the zone is out on him. He has a zone in him, but will that be enough? It was 1 player, but then those 2 players are going to spot him, and this is the end of PN Gaming and INES. Is there anything stopping them?
I don't think so. They had the man advantage so long, made it work into their favor and take the victory. And 1971 Gladiators, they still had 3 men for themselves. They had the high ground, but still falling a bit short just because you can't split your attention up. And that's where 1971 suffered. They tried to split their attention between 2 different fights. And the moment you try and do that is the moment you lose the damage between your entire team, because 4 people shooting at one target is definitely going to dish out a lot more damage than just one guy shooting at a target.
I mean, yeah, and some things went good, some things went bad. As Nepali Ho Ni tried to make a really good comeback, they had a lot of kills for them, and the Salty Squad also tried to go for a bit of kills, a bit of numbers that they wanted to crunch. But then, you know, some things just went downhill. In Miramar, it's like, if you talk about maps like Sanhok, they are fairly closed. There's this grass all around, but in Miramar it's just open area, so you cannot, you can spray on someone, but you'll have to be aware of 360-degree surroundings. Some people from the other directions can also spray on you, and that is the thing where players with heavy kills can also lose the match.
Yeah, we saw that exact thing happen to Hype. A team that was fighting a squad in front of them, but they did not take into account, as I talked about this earlier as well. Before you engage into a fight, you need to make sure that your back is clear.
Yeah.
And even during the fight, you need to keep checking again and again. Yeah, sure, you are going to waste a couple of seconds, but it is going to be worth it. It is going to result in you being careful, and the moment you see someone coming in from the back, either you only have one option. You need to disengage and run away.
Yeah, but then let's just look at the person who was responsible for most of the kills for INES as well, because we are going to be talking about MVP, and from INES, the guy Badrev, 5 kills, 707 damage, 2557 survival, and almost
999.
10.
Yeah.
Hitting up that 10 kilometers mark, and that was a really, really good thing, because the player, he was just, rotating from all around the areas, all the edges, all the ridges of the compounds and all those things. So he made his way from landing till the chicken dinner. And talking about chicken dinner, let's just see which team was where when we talk about the game standings.
Yeah, because in the first game, a team with a lot more kills finishing second was able to take the first plate, but not this time. INES with the first position, the chicken dinner, and 10 kills, 18
They
points
were
pushed them in the
eliminated on
second.
fourth.
Yeah.
And they just climbed up to second.
Oh boy, oh boy. But look at this. Look at this as well. Rivals X, they finished third, but they did not have kills. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni, Team Xtreme, they had 8 and 6 kills to themselves respectively, and are gonna be 4th and 5th in the overall standing. But PN Gaming is gonna be 3rd with 16 points to their name. Rivals is gonna be 6th. Ultimate Bang is gonna be 7th, and Team Hype is gonna be 8th with 5 kills and just 1.
Now at this stage, yes, they are kind of doing bad.
Yeah, Miramar was not Salty Squad's game, and KS Acts, they have been in a slump ever since the group stages started. But talking about people who have not been in a slump, let's have a look at the top 5 players and see what they were up to. It's going to be Hype Gurkha on the first with 5 kills, 763 damage and 2 headshots. INES Badrave, the MVP, is going to be second with 5 kills, 707 damage.
The team of Hype got eliminated on 11th spot, if I'm not wrong. I mean, because of their kill points, they came up to 8th position. And out of those 5 kills, all 5 kills are from
Gurkha.
Hype Gurkha's side. Look at that domination.
Yeah, and had this team survived to the later stages,
Imagine
had
the
they checked
catastrophe
their
this guy,
lives,
from 5 to 10 kills maybe.
And you were telling us about him the other day as well, as he was one of the few players who you have been in contact with since the earlier stages of the game.
Yeah.
And just how talented this guy is.
This guy is incredibly talented. I mean, I still remember the first game that I had with him.
Yeah.
It was FPP Sanhok that we played together. It was with Hype Squad and I was the 4th guy in their squad. I remember Hype Venom, Hype Turtle and Hype Gurkha and me. We were the 4 players out there playing.
On Miramar, but we have one more to go on Erangel again.
Yeah.
On Erangel again, that's going to be it. But
And I mean, I don't know how this guy does it, but incredible.
yeah, that has been an incredible game on Miramar, but we have one more to go on Erangel again. That's going to be it. But once again, we'll be back after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching.
coffee. I mean, just um, this is an energy drink and painkillers if anything. But to be honest, one final game of today. Some teams will be completing 8 matches.
Yeah.
Some teams will be completing 4 matches. Some team just falls down as they will be on each and everyone's radar.
Yeah, they are definitely gonna go all out on this in this game of Erangel once again. Is gonna be repeated for the last time today, and it is gonna be intense, just like. Sunday today, in fact, is Friday. Hello everyone and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia semi-finals, and we are at the last game of day number 2. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined by Ocean Sharma, who's having some lovely tea.
Coffee. No, you are having lemon tea. I'm just having coffee. I mean, just this is an energy drink and painkillers if anything. But to be honest, one final game of today. Some teams will be completing 8 matches.
Yeah.
Some teams will be completing 4 matches. Some teams have an incredible record in these 4 matches.
And some teams have a reverse incredible record
in those 8 matches. So it's kind of a topsy-turvy curve when we are talking about it, but then we'll have to see and wait. What if a bad team makes an incredible comeback, and what if an incredible team just falls down as they will be on each and everyone's radar?
Yeah, they are definitely gonna go all out on this in this game of Erangel once again. Is gonna be repeated for the last time today, and it is gonna be intense, just like yesterday.
Just like day before yesterday's Erangels and all those things. Yesterday, Rising Nepal won the first Erangel. Rising Nepal won the last Erangel. Hype won the first Erangel. PN Gaming won the first Erangel. And maybe that thing might repeat, might not repeat, but then every day is not Sunday. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, every day is not Sunday. Today, in fact, is Friday. So we have to see what is going to go.
For him, it's Valentine's.
Yeah.
But then we'll have to see what happens. And we have a plan after this. We're going to binge watch Supernatural or anything, because that's what heroes do. Something, or maybe we're gonna play PUBG or something. But we are in the final match, ladies and gentlemen. Lipovka to Query, Gatka Pochinki, School Farm, Milta Shelter, Yasnaya, Rozhog. And this time, you can go to Georgia Pole if you want to.
Yeah, Georgia Pole is going to be available, but you have to take the route going up, first landing on Everest and then falling down towards the side of hospital to Georgia Pole. But on the other side, Pochinki is just going to be right underneath you. Yasna Polyana is going to be available. Rozhog, School, Farm, Shelter, Prison. On the other side, if you are sticking on the plane for a longer while, Query is going to be there. Ferry player is going to be there.
Have you guys ever seen a Zarki final circle or a Kameshki final circle?
Oh.
Just asking. Has that ever happened to you?
No. No, never.
Neither. I've seen a Zaki final circle, but a Kameshki.
I've seen Primos final circle, and that was actually incredible.
I mean, yeah.
I saw a 1v6 happen there.
Oh.
A 1 versus 6.
That is incredible. And look at that. Nepali Ho Ni going on their drop location. I mean, that is Nepali Ho Ni's drop. Sometimes they go to Kameshki Stalber split. 2 players on Stalber, 2 players on Kameshki. It helps them, regain their loot in an easy manner. I mean, they can just go and if a Kameshki person finds a car, a vehicle, it helps him furthermore. And meanwhile, we'll have to see as a southern island so far, it's empty right now.
Yeah, to go to military base or to go to Novo, you will definitely have to get down a lot earlier, find a vehicle and then drive over there. But Ocean, as you said, Zarki is in the circle right now.
The circle is totally a left-hand shift, so that means the players in Yasna, A1ES and Salty once again, they'll have to actually, move a bit upward, and PN blend for you guys. PN, they'll be looking for it. Let's see how it all happens. They'll be looking for a win.
Yeah, looking for a win right now, but once again, an interesting situation falling in Yasna Poliana, where an A1 Esports and Salty Squad are right next to each other. Salty Squad did not have a good last game, so they will be looking to definitely turn things around this time. But INES moving on towards the side of Pyro, are they gonna go in towards that small settlement right in front of them? No, they are not. They will turn around and they will get away. On the other side, on the edge of our screens, we do see one player from the side of A1 Esports fired some shots. So we have to see who that man was shooting at, because it definitely should not be the players from the side of Salty Squad, unless the entire team of A1 Esports has decent guns right now and Stranger is looking to start the engagement. But if Salty actually come charging in, this is going to be a pretty even fight for both these teams, because both the teams are quite split up. Both the teams, none of the teams are in a situation where two of the players are grouped up. I mean, Sinister and Kapshi are fairly close, but still in different buildings. And people can die even while switching buildings.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, and when you are in the open, you are prone to make mistakes, and you are switching buildings. That means you go out in the open, and sometimes those things don't work out. And PN Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, for you out in the Severn area, the northernmost area. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the northernmost areas. Actually, the northernmost area we have to talk is Zarki. If you can see, the name is on the topmost side out there, but then Severny is actually in the charts of the circle, not properly in the circle but kind of in the circle. So that's going to be one of the things. Wolves in the Rosehawk area and the southern part, there are two teams out there,
Yeah.
INES and 1971.
And as I said, they rotated in towards Novo, where INES is. That is their spot. And 1971 Gladiators are just going to take advantage of the trajectory and are going to take control of the military base for themselves. But now we have the player from Wolves. It is going to be Wolves Ironic. The person finds a smoke, but does not have a decent gun to use it on. On the other side, 7C Pathetic is just going to take that bike with a carrier on it and is going to look to find his teammates so he can group up with them.
Yep, that is totally true. And what did you call it? That's known as a carry-on, right?
Carrier.
Carrier.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something. I used to call it the side cart, like
I think I am wrong.
I don't know, and because it's on the side. It's kind of a cart or something. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a thing that I used to say. And Rivals, on the other hand, as you can see, Rivals Divine, Trigger, Slayer. Where's Rivals Noob? I don't spot him, but then obviously he will be showing up in the kill feed one way or the other. So we'll have to see how that actually goes. And Hype Gurkha. This guy had incredible kills in the last game. If you remember, 5 kills. His team got eliminated on 11th, yet this guy was topping the MVP kill charts. So let's see how it all turns out for him in this game, as today Erangel was hyped.
Yeah, today Erangel was hyped, and this is going to be the second Erangel. So can they take this one just like the last one and make history just like Rising Nepal did yesterday, taking 2 Erangels back to back for themselves? Now, T2K, they are in that Georgopol area and they are pretty much uncontested over there, so they are going to be pretty much happy about this one.
Yeah, they are going to be pretty much happy. They are going to be pretty much, they are going to be pretty much prepared for all the fights.
Yeah.
TX Nico and TX Captain on the other end from Team Xtreme, they are also trying to move inside the circle as easy and as potentially available as they can, as circle fights are going to be important. 6 times on that AKM. Well, that was something, but now he switches to M16. Obviously, we'll be using 6 times on M16. That sounds fairly fair. And Wolves from Rosehawk area can contest KS if they spot them.
Yeah, but once again, it is going to be a similar situation to last time, wherein TX actually tried to contest KS and they weren't able to, just because, as I said in the last game on Erangel, once you have control of this school building, it becomes really hard for the other teams to contest you. You have a lot of area to rotate in, and the only option that they're left with is to come charging in, unless they have really, really good snipers in their roster. But if they come charging in, school is surrounded by a lot of open areas, so you will have a lot of opportunity to shoot at them. In those scenarios, if you have control of school, you are not contested early on, then the only option someone coming in towards your direction is going to be to avoid you. And you can exploit that a lot if you're in circle. You can camp there for as long as you want to, until you are forced to move by the zone, or you're forced to evacuate if someone actually knocks down or takes some of your players out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that actually should be happening. And
Yeah.
it's all about the zone, right? Like we were talking about in the first game also. You play it against the zone, you play it with the zone, you play it for the zone and for your team to get that chicken dinner to your team. And as of now, once again, about to be 7 minutes into the game, players are still, they are fighting the circle, and isn't for the first time making a late entry into the zone. This is quite surprising for me, but then still all 64 players intact, 16 teams intact. Let's see who will the first person to actually go on. And yes, this is the reason that NHN is doing a late rotation. The circle is not at all favoring them.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that they will have to see. And as of now, I think Bang is in a really safer spot.
Yeah, Bang is going to be in the safer spot, but on the other side of NHN, I think dropping towards Kameshki and going in for the late rotation, they are trying to switch things around because today has definitely not been their day. On the other side, INES, they were in the blue zone as well, but since this is the first blue zone, the players are not going to take that much damage. They are still going to be fairly safe, and as we saw on Lanka, he had a lot of healing utility available for him. So even though the blue zone is not for them, they are still gonna manage to take fights in the later on stages. But talking about fights, one fight that could happen right in front of us is gonna be KS and R3D, who are driving parallel to each other, and we do see two cars up ahead driving away in a distance. These two teams just being separated by a mountain in front of them, and as Ifti and Miraz go in on the top, they should be able to spot the other players using the third-person perspective. And IR2, he has already taken some damage. R3D, did the players spot the players from the side of KS driving away? I think they did. They parked their car behind a rock and go in for an engagement. But by then, KS, they have gotten away to a safer distance. Private stretches out away from his team, is going to prone down, is going to move on towards the downward slope of the ridge, and is going to look out to spot the players from the side of KS. But these guys have the compounds. I thought they were going to stop and wait for R3D to come in, but no. They just keep on going. But now, 1971, as I said, they were on that military base. They are still on that island, and now they have to go in for the rotation. INES are going to use the second bridge on the military base island, the bridge closer towards the side of Novo, and they are going to make it to the main island. But still, the blue zone is quite big. It's covering a lot of distance right in front of them. The same can be said for the players from the side of 1971 Gladiators and Nepali Ho Ni. As they barely make it into the zone, they will definitely have to contest the players from the side of Salty Squad, who are going to be in their trajectory. The first airdrop coming in with the MK14, the 7.62 ammo, tact stop, armor level 3, helmet level 3, and the backpack level 3. But Niku on the other side is going to spot out the players from the side of Mafia Ninja from the side of PN Gaming. But he continues to drive along, he continues to be safe, and Niku is not going to get anything from that.
As of now, he's not going to get anything from that. And the zone, as you can see, is trying to make a land shift right now. That seems a fairly good thing. But imagine if the zone goes to the northern side, does a really hard shift on the shooting range area. Yeah. Just imagine if that happens. All the teams on the downward area will have to make a move. And that move is going to cost a lot of them their lives. Play zone takes on... Oh, sorry. Ensign Vcash actually has been taken down. And that is the first casualty. So that's kind of, kind of bad out there. But in NHN goal, this is something different about NHN that I am experiencing right now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But this is happening with NHN. Nepali Ho Ni is in a bad situation out there. I mean, this should not be happening, but then this is happening. NHN outside the circle, Gladiators and A1 Esports. R3D can be contested by Team Xtreme if they actually find them. But as of now, they're just trying to find a safer spot out there. Yeah. Episode 1 of this thing is going to be find a safer spot. Episode 2, find your kills. Episode 3, no spoilers, but still need a chicken dinner. These are 3 episodes on which this final game is going to be, concentrating on.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be the order that these things are going to be planned by these teams. But now, Ruins is the place for the brawl, and we talked about Ruins being safe as a landing spot, but it is not a good location to fight in. Because now look at this. R3D, they are on the low ground. They are quite open and vulnerable from where they are, but TX, they are going to be safe. They have the high ground advantage for them. They have the destroyed fort in front of them. The walls are going to provide them the cover. But on the other side, one of the most interesting positions in game has been taken by Hype on top of Everest. Everest can be a really good vantage point. Gives you a lot of information, gives you a really high ground in the game. So you can basically look everywhere and spot anyone coming in from your direction. But the top of the mountain, the cliff, it is so big that controlling the entire area becomes a challenge. Talking about challenges, one thing that makes those challenges a lot easier is going to be the AWM coming in the second airdrop.
Yeah, as of now, this airdrop has that Arctic Warfare Magnum, but then who's gonna pick it up? I mean, picking up the things is going to be something, and out here picking up players is gonna be something as Evil Eye was spotted by PN Blend, and PN obviously, he wants to go for the fight, he wants to go for all the stuff, and let's see what happens. But out here, PN, if they make up a move, it can be towards that area of the hill as well, as INES is going there, but then they are going to be contested by Team Hype out there, and Wolves Newty and HN still waiting up on that location of shooting range. If the zone actually favored them, that's going to be something, but I don't think so, because they are on a fight with zone right now. Their players were losing up by the zone, and that is one thing that is going to happen once again. 7C on that Giorgio, their traditional Giorgio drop, they are still out in that area. 1970, oh, the zone. The zone made a hard shift to the western side. NHN once again will have to make up a move, and I think this move can be a game changer for them, because they have to run past a lot of teams right now, and Pyro on the other hand is still fairly outside the circle.
Yeah, they are fairly outside the circle, and so is A1 Esports, who are right next to them. But TX, they are prioritizing the rotation in towards the zone and are going to disengage from the situation, getting away from Ruins and looking to move towards the side of Everest. I think Hype in this situation will have a massive advantage if they actually manage to defend their position on the top, because PN Mafia Ninja has been spotted out by SK49. Fires the shots with the DP, but is going to miss everything. Mafia Ninja is just going to get out of there. And as I was talking about information, you can see the cars moving down there. You can spot where they are going to hide. You can literally see everyone coming in. You can literally see everyone where they are going. And as I say, TX was spotted out earlier. SK49 spotting 2 more cars coming in towards their direction. And where are these players going to go? This is the squad of PN Mafia Ninja dead. The information should have been relayed to these guys that there are players on the top, so be careful. SK49 still waiting it out. He is being patient with these guys now. On the other side, Salty Squad actually managed to stay in towards the apartment areas and are going to be pretty much safe in the zone right now. But one of the players from their side, 7C Masky YT, he should have been spotted on the other side, but not being engaged upon. And I was talking about Salty Squad, a fight happening with one player who was the last man on the backside, but Gurkha, he's been spotted. INS there, but the bullet's not connecting. The distance is just too much. But bang, LTD was knocked down, and he's going to be finished off with that mini 14 from Rivals Slayer. Just an unfortunate situation. We are almost 15 minutes and 14.5 minutes in right now. All 16 teams alive. Just 2 players have gone down. But as I say that, TX Kazi was taken down. Oh,
I mean, that was something, but 7C Masquerade, look at him making a surprise appearance out here. A grenade comes in on Pathetic, obviously will be taking him down. INES, but Rave with that grenade, will they be charging into that hospital area? This fight is happening out here, guys. Another grenade actually came down, and Aruz, 7C, they had a win, but they would like to make it 2. Can they actually go for it? Machine goes down by his grenade. That is quite unfortunate in this kind of situation out here, but then this gives time for them to revive their teammates. Masky White is going for a throwable, if I'm not wrong, and yes, a throwable comes in from his direction onto that area of Panic Room. I don't think so it's going to make enough damage, but then look at this. Hades and Masky moving in forward. Trigger takes on A1 ES Kapshi, and Masky has surrounded the area, and this is going to be really bad, but the grenade by Patriv takes on Masky unknowingly. That grenade was put out there, and Patrev, he has spotted him, and Hades will this 3v4 fight do some damage. But the Masker Whitey, he is slowly and steadily going out. Hades comes up with the cover fire, but then look at that car. The car has gone down. Hades is down to 30 HP. Aruz is moving forward. Pathetic is sitting out in his location. Pathetic is out there, but then Aruz will have to give cover fire to his teammates if he can. Tier and Machine are back to that house. Patrev outside the house trying to take that TPP, the desperation TPP, the killing TPP, if that can happen. Patrev once again moving forward. Bang, YCL takes on A1 ES Stranger. A1 ES in a bad spot right now, as Stranger will be taken off. He will be picked off out there, but then Badrev out here. An MVP player, a player who has that in him. Will he be able to wipe out an entire squad out here of 7Cs, or will INES fall down as Badrev was being shot a bit, and A1 Esports obviously gets eliminated on the 16th spot, but there's smoke. I think the smoke is going to help 7Cs move backward, but then 80s has been picked up by a Machine with that M4. Will it be the time? Look at Tier. He is doing that Spider-Man start out there. He is on the top of the building. Will this Will this help him or not? That is going to be one thing. And Badrev is moving his vehicle out there. Are they going for a distraction? Is this a good distraction? Because if this is a genius move by Badrev, a really genius move by Badrev. And Tier, he is looking forward to take out some kills, to take out some persons if a person shows his head. And I think this can be Tier's game. This can be INES's game. Heads have been picked up. He saw one player, but then he was late to take up a shot on him.
Yeah, Badrev, he is going for the flank now. INES, they have to be careful. A lot of jump-ins coming in. Tier can change this entire situation for this side. But a lot of teams did pass these guys by. And KS, they have turned around. They can take the high ground and come in and collapse on these two. Tier cooking up that nade is going to aim it in that small window. And did it go in? We still have to see if one of the players was knocked down. I don't think so. But on the other side, Badrev once again with the flank. The smokes being popped are going to allow the players from the side of 7C to make it towards their teammates. Hades does get knocked out in the process by Badrev, but now his position has been given away as well. But they have to be careful. Hades is definitely going to get a revive, but the kill fiend is being lit with the players from the side of Pyro being taken down. 6-9 is going to drop one more player, and Ultimate Bang is going to be the second team that goes out of this game. 1971 Gladiators once again engaging on the players from the side of Pyro, and Tier with that nade is going to be able to knock down Hades from the side of 7Cs. But moving over, we have T2K Boli Hang with that Kar 98 is going to try and dish out as much damage as he can from these warehouses. TX is the team with the target on their backs.
Fourth circle, ladies and gentlemen, 18 minutes and 13 seconds out there in the game, and Wolf 6-9 falls down as IR2 sprays on him and obviously eats him up with his crate lying out on the ground. But then Wolf's Newty coming up with a cover fire quite late, but then obviously doing the same to IR2 as he exits the game. INES Tier once again on that area. Look at the circle. They'll have to move outside the inside the circle if it happens. They knows that Tier knows that Badrev is out there. I think they are trying to find up a good suitable area if they have to get that movement going on as soon as they can. And look at Pyro still outside the circle. He cannot take fight right now as Pyro's player is solo and all alone, and he has 1971 right in front of him if he gets into the zone. And Hype is still in a really safe spot right now. No doubt they'll have to get to the circle, but Tier has made his move into the circle with the TP in his hand. He was spotted, but still is safe right now. Will it be enough for him? Because Machine, look at Machine, he has to make up a move, and with just 1 HP survives with 0 HP. He doesn't even have that HP on him, but still he manages to survive. On the other hand, TX Captain trying to spot some players of rival Team Xtreme. They'll have to put up an extreme game, but then rivals are not in the zone. Between them and zone is Team Xtreme. Will it happen? Because rivals will have to get into the circle and play zone. Takes on Pyro. Incredible choice by Pyro, not giving any points to any of the opponents and just choosing to die out of the zone. But still, that 14th position obviously giving them just 1 point. And the fight still goes on. The show goes on. Let's see which team steals the show.
Yeah, the smokes being laid out by the players from the side of 7C to facilitate that rotation, but INES Machine, he is just gonna spray in that smoke, hoping to connect with someone. But now players from the side of INES, they get in their car as well, and the chase could come in, but the teams are looking to be safe. They head in 2 different directions. In the meanwhile, Aruz is gonna be dropped by a Tier from the side of INES, and that is just gonna be a lot of time wasted by the players from 7C. And as they go on top of the mountain, Mirage is contesting the players from the side of Nepali Ho Ni is gonna drop too. Reaper is gonna go down, Lanka is gonna go down, and on the other side, Gole was the man left standing. Gole is going to drop Mehraj, and KS, they are in trouble, but Gole, he was fighting with a disadvantage, and this area is just going to be a graveyard as INES, they come in. KS, Cynox is going to be taken down if he is in that hospital building, but that is not going to protect him if INES go charging in.
This was incredible. Look at Tier, look at his health once again, and INES player barely surviving each and everything, and Salty is out there right in front of T2K. Are they going to take a fight? P and FSAC with those 29 bullets make it 47 as we reload. Its rival Trigger is once again going for a reload from 16 to 47. Wolves Ironic was out here. Smokes are coming in handy for rival squad, but then will they spot some play on the other direction? TX even goes down by T2K. T2K taking a fight from 2 different shacks, 2 different warehouses. TX Kazi goes down. Grenades are coming in handy. Salty knows there are two areas, 2 vulnerable areas right in front. Chari goes down with a grenade by T2K. Hunter, same player from same team, team actually taking on the same player, and if T goes down, and this is the end of the team, and now R3D Devils also falling short on 12th position. I think this seems like a good spot for Salty to actually rush on that area, but obviously they won't be doing because they don't know they don't know what we know, right?
Yeah, I don't think they actually realize that T2K are in a weird situation right now. Salty, they are not going to engage just because the zone is in their favor. They are going to wait out to see where the next circle is going to be. And now is when the things are going to change, because you have to go in. You do not have an option now. Chari is going to spot out the players from the side of rivals. The shots being fired, they are not going to connect because there is a buggy protecting them. On the other side, Machine is going to be dropped by Salty. AJ, the high ground not working out for them, but Rave is going to pick up the car. He's going to go down, but the M16, can it do the damage? No, not really. AJ is going to miss his shots, and but Rave is going to have a safer rotation, but safe for how long? On the other side, Hunter with the boost coming in on the height boost, in fact.
Nepali Ho Ni is currently at the edge of the circle, and they also have to get inside the zone. As much as each and every team wants, Machine is slowly and steadily bleeding out. When Machine bleeds out properly, I think the kill is going to go to Nepali Ho Ni's player, or if I'm not wrong, yes, Lake OP gets that kill, as he was the one who took him down, and Rivals Divine takes on Hype Dalion. Obviously would like to finish him. This is looking bad for Team Hype. They would not want an early exit once again. 7C Pathetic takes on Wolves Newty. T2K Hunter knows that there's a team out there, but Ray falls down, and that will be the end of INES, down to top 10 teams and 26 players alive. Salty Russian, he knows there are some players out there. T2K Legend has been taken down. It's down to Poli Hang right now. Shots on left, shots on right, shots in the center. This left-right center fight going on, and I think Salty Russian will actually take him down. Poli Hang also falls down. T2K is down to one player surviving right now, as another also needs a revival, but 1971 Gladiators falling down. Look at that. Hunter is reviving one player from T2K. That can be really bad for the demise of T2K, as they can actually make out an early exit, and the 6th circle coming up. NHN outside the zone. Rest assured, now they are in the zone, and each and every team are trying to make that impact, but NHN Lake OP, the solo survivor, 7C Maske YT, is bleeding out and will be picked off by Wolves Ironic.
Yeah, this is going to be a fight out in the open, and having control of these warehouses is going to prove really important. A drop right coming in the center of this entire situation is just going to make things a little bit more interesting. TX Captain with that M16 is going to look out to spot players out in the open, as I said, in the open pasture right next to him, but he has to be careful. The car was blown up, and as we're talking about the drop, it is going to have the Groza and the level 3 kit. Team 7C taking exit from this game, but Captain is going to fire a random spray in that smoke, hoping to catch the players from the side of Wolves.
Gurkha
has been spotted. The shots being fired with that M16. They are going to land, and he's just going to be taken out. But on the other side, Wolves Ironics did get up as well, and he has revealed his position. Right across the ridge, right in the dip, are the players from the side of PN, so he has to be careful. But on the other side, Gole is separated from his captain, Lake OP, and TX Captain, he spots out the players from the side of Salty Squad. Can he drop them? Chari is going to take out Rusin, and Chari is going to drop Xtreme. Team T2K being taken out. Hunter is going to be taken out. Chari is going to be taken out, and that is going to be it. T2K being wiped out by the players from the side of Salty Squad, but Xtreme is going to go down to the play zone, and Gole was taken down as well. That leaves Lake OP, the only man left for the side of Nepali Ho Ni. Wolves then taking an exit. The nade being thrown towards Lake. Is it going to do anything? No, it falls a bit short. He is still safe behind the rock that he's hiding. He just needs to be patient for TX to wipe out the players from the side of P, and Mafia has been spotted, but he is missing the shots. Captain, he has to worry about rival Slayer as well, the player who is sort of parallel to them right now, but if he actually goes over aggressive, Slayer can himself die.
Demon is low on health right now, slowly and steadily bleeding out. That's going to be bad for them. But look at Lake, the sole survivor from Nepali Ho Ni right now. Desperately needs this win. If anything, they have 6 kills in their bags right now. Marfin is just spraying on the wrong direction. On the other side, he's thinking that that NHL Lake is still on that area, still not spotted out there. PN Gaming is looking to get a chicken dinner in their hands in this game of Erangel as well. And Lake is moving inside the zone, slowly and steadily slithering out to that area. Mafia Ninja was looking forward to him. Salty AJ, a solo survivor from Salty Squad, and Salty is out there to make up a statement, as their bad day was going on, but I think they want to turn it to a good day. But with this one player remaining, can they do it? Lake has been spotted. Lake will be gone. Thanks for coming. Top 5 teams, top 4 teams right now. PN Mafia Ninja is bleeding out. Rival Slayer will be going outside the play zone. 3 teams, TX, PN Gaming. Erangel was first. First wrangle was PN Gaming's. It can be a second wrangle for them as well. Salty squads, solo survivor, but then Mafia Ninja, he'll be going down. Will he be? Will he be? I think yes, because he is just bleeding out in that area. And TX Captain was spotted. Captain will be taken by Salty AJ. No one expected him, but now they did. And he has been spotted. And look at his health. His health is critical. His health is low. His health is out there and is also taking damage from the circle. Has 5 first aids, level 3 helmet, but I think he is an easy spot for someone, and Salty squad might end up on third. Yes, they will end up on third. It's a 1v3 as Captain bleeds out Niku. Can he pull this off? Mafia Ninja not making the same mistake once again. This time has his first aid. Yesterday he did not, but this time he has that first aid. He has popped up the first aid. Avsec, Blend, and Mafia Ninja versus Niku. 1v3. Captain is going down, and Niku's location is also spotted by Avsec. Exactly that area. Just keep on shooting. If he does a mistake, if he makes a mistake, the game is yours, boys. PN Gaming, one chicken dinner. This time, you guys want it and you guys need it. Niku for Team Xtreme, they want another chicken dinner in their hands, but then the Captain will be going down and Niku goes down. PN Gaming starts off the day by staying on the first. No chicken, but staying on the first. Ends the day by staying on first.
And it was really good for them that they got the chicken dinner, because they just have 4 kills this game, unlike the last time where they had, I think, 13 or 14 kills to their side.
13.
13 kills, yeah. But as you said, last time on Erangel, they put up an amazing show for everyone, but no chicken dinner. This time, they were there and hype was already taken out of this game. So this is going to be a good thing for them, and this is just going to put them up even further, probably already contesting Rising Nepal.
Yeah, and that was incredibly amazing of what they have done. And Salty making a comeback, incredible comeback. I mean, he was the last survivor, but still that comeback was impressive, incredible. If anything, I think it's gonna take Salty to a next level. They had their bad run. First game for early elimination, second game quite decent elimination, third game early elimination, but then the fourth game was a game of comeback. And this time the circle was not favoring one team, and that was NHN. Still, NHN made it to a bit far. I mean, that was a really good thing.
Starting all the way from Kameshi and then coming in towards the side of hospital, wherein they had to engage with a lot of teams. But as I was saying since the morning, you need to do, I said this yesterday as well, do not waste your time in useless engagement. Do not waste your time in useless fights. If you know the zone is quite far away, if you know you are doing bad throughout the day, just go for the position points. And that's exactly what Nepali Ho Ni did. Quite unfortunate that Lakhe and Gole were split in towards the end, and Lakhe was actually hiding quite in the open. Gole once again was at the high ground, pretty easy to spot, was taken down, and then Lakhe was, he followed up pretty soon.
And one thing that was bad was Team Xtreme's position. Captain was out there knocked, and Niku was if Captain had a decent cover or something, he could have just stayed there. Niku could have thrown a smoke or something, as he had a tree, but the tree was not enough for 2 people to fit in. If the spray would have arrived, either one of them would have died from that tree's cover or something. So if anything, a smoke would have not also helped them. The zone was actually kind of at that area where the things were quite different, quite difficult, and quite unpredictable or something.
Yeah, it was definitely unpredictable, because Hype, when they had control of Everest over there, I thought this was definitely going to be their game, but missing a lot of shots and giving away the information that, alright, we are on top of this mountain that has literally open areas when you go down, just left them exposed, and they paid because of it. Because yeah, Everest is a good point to fight for if you have the snipers, if you have the smokes, if you're pretty sure that you can take anyone out from there. But while coming down and while going up there, you are the most vulnerable, because as I was saying, it is quite open in both directions when you're going up and when you're coming down.
Yeah, I mean that's like some of the things that happens as Everest is like this, and you can come down from each and every direction, but then you are open. But if anything, I think PN Gaming this time they deserve the chicken dinner, and we'll have to see who is the most valuable player from PN Gaming's perspective. And 2 kills for Avsec, but still, look at the distance that he has covered.
9 kilometers of distance traveled. This team landed quite far away from the initial starting point, from the ending point of the game, and then traveled all the way into the final zone, taking all the final fights. But compare this game of Erangel, the last game of Erangel on day number 2, to almost every single 3 games PN Gaming have played today. it was all aggression, aggression, aggression. All right, we won't fight.
Yeah, I mean, but that was really good. But then PN Gaming, we know they ended up on the first. But then,
Yeah.
whoa, what went wrong with the second, third, fourth? Let's just have a look at the game standings as we are talking about it. And PN Gaming, with those 24 points, they are out there on the first one. Team Xtreme, 5 kills, but still those 14 points, they make a lot of difference. Salty Squad with their comeback with those 17 points in third position. Rivals X coming up in the top 4. Wilson on the 5th. Nepali Ho Ni on the 6th one. Team T2K on the 7th. And Hype once again making their mark in the top 8. I mean, not with a lot of points, but still, they are in there.
But right now, the goal should be to focus on staying in the top 16. INES is going to be on the 9th. Team 7C is going to be 10th. 1971 Gladiators is going to be 11th. Ultimate Bank is going to be 12th. R3D Devils are going to be 13th. KS Axe is going to be 14th. Team Pyro is going to be 15th. And A1 Esports is going to be 16th. These are the 16 teams in order of their placement points for match number 4. I was saying top 16 in the overall standings. You need to focus on staying in top 16 in the overall standings, because after all, chicken dinners are not going to matter when you're heading into the finals. It's just going to be points mean points.
Yeah, I mean, the points are the things that are actually going to matter. But then, you see, these 2 days, we have seen the goods, the bads, the uglies, and the crazies of the teams that played yesterday and did not play today, and of the teams that have played yesterday and today. So let's just, sum it up overall while we are talking about the overall. And I won't be surprised. Yes, exactly, I was going to say that. I won't be surprised if INES, with just 4 games, I mean, they are actually... I don't think so that INES... Did they have just 4 games or something? I'm still not... I don't know.
That was actually pretty impressive from their side. On the other side, Rising Nepal still not that far behind. They are on 3rd with 99 points. So that team... I think by the time we are done with the semi-finals, that team is definitely going to be
INES had 8 games. That's one thing that I was thinking about. They did not play 4 games. Just they had an impactful performance yesterday as well. But then the team that has had 4 games as of now, see, all the teams out there are the ones that have had 8 games mostly,
apart
except
from 2.
Except PN Gaming and Rising Nepal. 2 chicken dinners for INES, 2 chicken dinners for Rising Nepal. But the kill department, if you're talking about the kill department, INES actually obliterates each and every competition right in front of them. But one thing, see, Team Xtreme does not have a chicken dinner. Has played 8 games, still is on that 2nd position. See, you know what is this?
Consistency.
Yeah, and this is Seoul overall in the fall split finals. They were on that 2nd position without any chicken dinner. And this shows, this shows you don't need chicken. You need to make a mark, make an impact with your impressive gameplay. And that is what Team Xtreme has done.
Yeah, and moving on to the next 8, we shall see how the other teams are faring. Wolves Den, with 8 games played, is going to be 9th. 1971 Gladiators, 4 games played, 10th. Trusty Process, 4 games, 11th. Jyanmaara, 4 games, 12th. Salty Squad, 4 games played, are going to be on the 13th. Deadeye Guys, 4 games played, are going to take the 14th. KTM Race, 4 games played, 15th position. And Team T2K, 16th position with 4 games played as well. 26 points for themselves. So the other teams, they will have to beat that mark. But one team that is looking really, really bad right now, it's going to be KS Axe. 8 games played, just 24 points, 11 points for placement.
I mean,
Let that sink in for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of bad. But then see a palindrome forming. KS Axe and Elementrix. 11, 13, 13, 11. I mean, that's one of the things. But then still,
Elementrix
they have a chance tomorrow. They have a chance tomorrow. And obviously, with their first game, even if they have just 1 point, they're just going to, surpass them. Each and every team of these, they're just going to go for it. And we'll have to see. But then Team Pyro and A1 Esports, a team that has had an impact. They are on the 23rd, and that impact is not actually lining up here.
Yeah, that is not lining up. And as I was talking about KS Axe, they have to be really careful, because the next set of games that they play, they are done in the first set. Tomorrow, it's going to be B versus C again. And when they come back in the next set, they have to play like basically madmen and end things for everyone else. They need to be in the top 3 every single time with at least 8 kills in their name. Otherwise, their chances of making it are gonna be in a lot of
they'll be
trouble.
kind of shady and overall. But then if one thing, Team that is standing out at the first position and team that is standing out at the second position. Team Xtreme and INES. Let's just compare both the teams at what is actually taking them to first and second. Like I said, the kill department, they are obliterating it with those 11,382 damage points. That's a lot. In the group stages, teams took 3 or 4 days to get to 10,000 mark. And out here, it's just second day and they are at 11,382. That's a lot.
And the total points in the favor of INES as well. Healing done is in their favor as well. So what do these stats show us? Having more kills, having more damage. So damage transitioning into kills just shows INES being a lot more aggressive. So first three numbers put together is just going to tell you as to how the team decides to play. On the other side, Team Xtreme, 9,600 damage, 4,300 healing done. They are okay-ish, like they like to get into fights, but finishing off the players and going for that overcommitment is not really that thing, and that actually might work out for them, because as we noticed, no chicken dinners, but a lot of points put them in the second position. On the other side, INES does have a chicken dinner, so 170 points are sitting on the first. 2 chicken dinners, 170 points sitting on the first, but being over aggressive might actually cost you a lot of points in the overall stages.
Yeah, but then after this we're going to go for top 10 kill leaders and all. We're going to see what the kill board actually says, where the teams are landing, where the players are landing on that. And I won't be surprised if there's an INES player in that one as well.
Badrev is definitely going to
Badrev is definitely going to leave a mark in that one. But if he's still on the first one or not, yes he is. And look at that difference. That difference is because obviously Rising Nepal Sonam, they're going to play tomorrow. They'll just have 4 games, but then 23 kills for now. 8 games, 23 kills. That's an average of 3 kills per game, even if anything. But still, he has done incredibly well overall.
Yeah, that was actually really impressive from this guy. But I want to talk about Rising Nepal Sonam. The man has played just 4 games, is still sitting on the second position with 14 kills, 2,500 damage, 26 minutes survival time. On the third is going to be Wolf69, 12 kills to his name, 1,900 damage. Fourth is going to be 7C's Pathetic with 12 kills, 2,046 damage. Fifth is being taken by Hype's Gurkha Whitey with 11 kills, 2,900 damage.
Yeah, that is impressive by Hype Gurkha Whitey. We'll have to see what the other kill players are, where the other players stand. And T Xtreme from Team Xtreme coming up with 11 kills and 2,803 damage for him. And Captain once again for TX out there with 11. And Noob once again from Rivals. Obviously, this guy had an impact in the qualifier stage, and right now he's out there with 11 kills. INES Machine. INES coming into the equation once again, 10 kills, and Kole making up a mark on the 10th spot with 10 kills and 2,180 damage stats. So this looks really good. I mean, NHN is making a mark, INES obviously making an impact, Hype is making an impact, TX, Rivals, big names, good names, and names that we are now familiar with in their game styles and game presence. So this seems really good.
Yeah, I want to talk about Badrev having 23 kills on himself alone. Because that is impressive on a whole different level. Even after 8 games, that is actually really impressive. Having a KD of 3, I guess now.
Yeah, I mean, see, previously in previous stages we used to say like, does KD matter and all those things, like in previous seasons and all, when we used to play Classic. But now the metas have changed. Now what matters is how much damage do you have, the average damage, your average survival. That's why we look into all those stats. What is your average survival time? What is your average damage? What's your highest number of kills? Okay, that is good. But then how did you reach to that point? What is your survival time? And also in the Classics, when you go for the headshot percentage as well, a good headshot percentage obviously matters if you are a sniper, so that all those things actually matter. But then Rising Nepal did not play today, but Wolf69 did, and Badrev did. So let's see where Badrev is standing and where Wolf69 is standing if we are going to compare both these players head to head. So 23 and 12, he's having the double the number of kills obviously, kind of. So that's one of the things. And 5325 versus 1979, quite a lot.
Yeah, quite a big difference over there. Look at this as well. Another huge difference coming in the healing done. 652 to 1600 being done by Badrev. And distance traveled 40 kilometers to 58 kilometers. Pretty close if you look at the bigger picture among these two. And headshots coming in 6 towards the side of 6-9 and 3 towards the side of Badrev. Average survival 21 minute 38 second to 17:53.
I mean, we'll have to see what Wolves actually present to the table. And
Yeah.
tomorrow, as INES is gonna just chill out, maybe you'll find INES in the chat tomorrow or something, as they'll be, just cheering for the other teams as well.
Yeah.
That's a good sportsmanship. So let's see what happens tomorrow. And for now, if anything, INES has done their homework.
Yeah, they have done their homework, but homework is going to be done tomorrow as well. As you said, being part of the chat does not just mean engaging with your fans. It is going to mean you look at the games and study what every
Strategy.
single team
Yeah.
is doing. So you can come back even stronger and beat them. But all that is going to happen tomorrow. We'll be taking a leave for now. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. That is Ocean Sharma. You guys take care and bye-bye.